We're live. We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, nerds and nerdettes, welcome and thank you for joining us on another one of our D&D sessions. My name's Brad and alongside me is Kieran and Joe, not forgetting our amazing storyteller and dungeon master, Elliot James. So, last we left off on DiceBound, the Heralds awoke in their less than accommodating room of Everburn, a city part of Ashtara, to the cry of a wyvern late into the night. In a panic, they investigated to learn that this was a common occurrence, and on this continent, as a small dragon-like creatures were actually used in means of security to keep the city safe, where guards would ride these and overlook the country. In a deep conversation with Gorn, Saber and Priya, we learned some hurtful truths about Arison's childhood and past experiences growing up within the Druid Grove, where for some reason he was seen as an outcast by his kin and was brought up by his grandmother. Yet to find out the truth about his parents, the race against time in Ashtara was crucial in returning to his origin and to save his home from an ever-impending doom of the Lich, who within time would destroy his home with dark magic. Following Vartingus' lead, led through the town of Everburn, with a short stop along the way for Arison to find himself some new attire, the Heralds found themselves at an ox-driven cart where that would take them across the desolate lands to their destination. Along this journey, they were stopped by cars and soldiers who checked all of the Heralds over to make sure they were all legit and they weren't harbouring any goods that would get them into trouble. This gave the Heralds insight the rules of Ashtara under the Kazan rule was very strict, and that they do not tolerate any slight leeway. After enduring the grueling sun and a game of rollies, the Heralds reached their destination. To take to the sky in great balloons was their means of transport across the continent to reach two destinations. Bags packed and pigs secured on board, they took off shortly to find themselves in a bit of trouble with a band of Harpies. And from last session, we can surely prove that even in a game of D&D, pigs certainly can't fly. Ladies and gentlemen, let's play some DiceBound.
Yeah, DiceBoundUK. Right, okay, fellas. Does anyone want to add anything to the recap before we roll for our questions?
No.
No, I think
I think that's
very
good.
Then,
Very
fellas.
adequate.
Yeah, very
We got
good.
to
Very
do
good.
the D100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the D100 for the questions.
Still
as
trying
we
to question
all know-
your ability.
As we all know, we roll a D100 at the start of the session to get a character roleplay question and answer session. So whoever wants to go first, holler at me.
Go on. What do you get?
60.
60. It's always 60 something called 50 something, isn't it? 60. Where are we? Oh, do you have any personal taboos or any behaviours that you refuse to do, Arison?
I try. Well, Arison tries to stay on the kind of straight and narrow where possible.
Difficult to say from Gorn.
Yeah. So a lot of things he wouldn't really do.
What is one?
One.
He would do.
Murder in cold blood.
Okay,
Self-defense. Self-defense.
Plenty of murder so far.
I think he has kind of a simple moral compass which he likes to follow. If he deems it bad or
He's
something
definitely
that
not
stands
keen on
off track.
hurting animals. That's
No.
for sure.
Yeah.
Cool,
So
okay.
that cover it.
Who's next?
You want to go?
I can do. 16.
16. Okie dokie, we've got. Do you have a specific way to pack your bag? Do you have a certain order of things? Is
Yeah,
it
so
a
like,
mix?
in terms of like, what's the likelihood of how much like he'll need it on hand quickly? Least likely at the bottom, most likely at the top.
Prepared man. Prepared
He's
man.
about to get ready in a hurry, you know.
Oh yes, oh yes. Probably from all the years of packing that bag on the run, ready to
Exactly.
get away from possible trouble.
Exactly.
Mr. Bradley.
58.
That is ridiculous. How does Saber handle being around people from vastly different cultures? Is he an accepting fellow? Is he kind of judgmental? Does he throw himself into other cultures?
I'll talk from recent experiences that since he's been in Ashtara, everyone's been kind of looking at him. He's had a few comments about being owned as like a slave or like a
slave
or
boy?
like a
spellborn.
Spellborn.
yeah, or like a servant, isn't he? But
Yeah, so you had a couple of questions of people saying, "Oh, is he yours?" And they're a bit surprised when they find out that you're a free individual.
So I would say he's finding these experiences rather new, considering that his memory's only been from the past few months of being in this body and in this warforged body. So he's finding that fairly new. But he's been a little judgmental back himself. Like, who are you?
He's trying some back their way. Right, okay. So last we left off, the very last moments, we were in a balloon, hot air balloon, as it's the quickest way to traverse over Ashtara, the dangerous canyons and deserts of Ashtara. You know, him stealing your chip. And we were in a separate balloon to Bartingus and Priya. For the sake of space, so Bartingus and Priya are in a smaller, slower balloon, and we were in the bigger, faster one, which is being piloted by Harold. Last time just before we ended, Harold saw the Harpies approaching after being prompted by, I believe, Gorn, and he shouted for you to get the pig. From doing that, Saber grabbed the pig, which was caged in a crate, and instinctively threw it over the side. With that, the Harpies, where there was about 7 of them, 2 of them dived down instantly for the pig, but that still left 5 zeroing in on their position. So that's where we are, fellas. Just before we do begin.
No. Let's just begin.
We do begin. I'm gonna need a little D20 roll from Arison.
Oh Lord.
Please
Could be
roll as well.
the quickest session ever, boys.
Please roll as well as you did last time.
His luck's got to run out soon.
Oh god!
Literally, as you said soon. Did you see what it was?
Yes, and
Fucking
That's
three.
a 3.
It's a 3.
It's got it.
Time to open it.
Oh no! I wish I was on the other balloon now.
So I want you to open that and show me before you read out to the guys.
As if
Like,
you can
you
open
know
it.
in trouble. You know in trouble.
I'm trying not to rip it.
That's good stuff.
This is what he's buying the protein shakes for.
Can I help myself somehow?
we're going to be right at the beginning.
Oh my god. I think we
His
jinxed
luck's
that
run
sort
out. Don't
Show
you
it
be
to-
looking,
show it
Mr.
to him
Bradley.
first.
I'm not
Doesn't
looking,
it?
I'm not looking.
Show it to me. Show it to me. Yeah.
Read it out. Read it out.
Oh god.
Oh well, you find out.
Do you want
Let
to read it out?
me
Do you want to
just
read it out
roll.
or not? Do you want to read it out or not?
I'll read it out after I roll.
Let me see again. Oh, hell.
Show it to the camera again.
It's not too bad, to be fair. It definitely could have been worse. That's all I'll say.
Okay. This is a big.
Fine. Yeah. So basically, it said. Go on.
Roll a d20. If you roll a 5 or below, you change to the opposite gender.
And it's just permanent.
Oh yes.
Oh my god.
What'd you roll? What'd you roll?
17.
So now that one is done for, I can confirm there was opposite genders for the relevant people. Artworks made.
No
Oh
way!
my god.
Yeah.
No way!
Yeah.
Jesus.
Right.
Artworks made!
Artworks made. Oh, that would have been a fucking game
Oh.
changer if you rolled a 5 or below.
Oh
Well, voice
my
wouldn't have
God.
changed much, that's for sure.
No.
Okay, so the debt is now undone. There's no issues there. There was no. So
We
with
just see
that-
a weird temporary ripple.
With that, you see a very slight ripple around Arison, but nothing happened. Arison
Oh.
feels no change, and with that, we're still getting swarmed by harpies. They've come As you can see on the map, Alison, be sure to zoom out so that the viewers can see. We've got a fair dinkum amount of harpies that are around us. I believe 5 in total.
Yeah.
And the angle, like the bottom left angle, is the side which Sabre threw the pig out. So the
Right,
two
so they
harpies
cleared
that were
off.
down
Right,
there,
okay.
they like the southwest portion. They have ducked down out of sight underneath
Fine.
the.
Okay, cool.
So far, I've only got a visual of one harpy, I believe.
Yeah, I think some stuff's blocked depending on where you're standing because I can't see above.
We're
I
jumping
can see
straight in
pretty
here.
much everything,
We're in.
apart from bottom
I
left
can only see
corner.
2 harpies
I'm
at the
gonna
moment.
turn to Harold. Well, what the fuck was we supposed to do with the pig?
He was like, so Harold's like pulling on the throttle, trying to get a little bit of momentum here, and he's like that. You hold the fucking pig up, and it takes it, and they all leave us alone. It's gone now.
Well, they've got it anyway.
2 of them have. As he says this, the harpies get ever closer.
I just quickly go to Aris and I'm like, can you talk to these? Are they animals? Are they human? Have you met them before?
I've never seen one in my life.
Do you want to try?
By all means, someone just look at the closest one.
Yeah.
Try and do some sort of animal speech, some sort of birdish language. What, looking at them, what sort of animal would be closest to?
The closest it would be probably like maybe like a vulture.
Okay, I'm going in, getting my vulture dialect in.
Okay. Okay. They're saying what?
What do you want?
So you say that in vulture tongue.
Yeah.
And this harpy kind of like notices that you're speaking in some sort of bird-ish language,
Yeah.
and just kind of like makes like a stern eye contact with Harrison, and just says nothing. And just like flicking, his eyes are flicking between you and the other harpies.
I don't think they understand me.
They don't look exactly friendly. Do you want to get rid of them before they get rid of us, or?
I'm gonna start pulling my bow out very
So
slowly.
Harold says, if they start singing, you, and before you can even finish your sentence, you just hear a lullaby
Oh
sort of
no!
noise coming from the harpy which Harrison attempted to talk to.
Nice.
Can
Here.
actually, can I attempt to do something quickly?
Yeah.
Can I quickly just get my knife, cut a part of my cape off, and just try and jab 2 bits in my ears?
I'd give it a, as that's fast, that's quite a fast
Yeah.
action. I'd give it, take a sleight of hand check for that.
Okay. I'll use your dice. See what happens. Ooh,
Do that again.
that was a good one.
What have we
19
got?
plus 2, so 21.
Nice. Okay. So yeah, how does that look when you do that?
So I just really quickly, as soon as I've heard Harold and I just hear one start, I just whip out my dagger, just and just like really quickly twist each bit and just stick them straight in my ears.
Nice. Okay. Okay. So as you do that, I want everyone to be rolling a wisdom saving throw for me, please. With Gorn doing that with advantage.
Okay.
I told you your dice rolls are going to get better.
Well,
today, I can feel
we'll
it.
wait for a second.
Well, you've just done a good one there.
Yeah, true.
I'm going liquid core today.
Okay, so we jinxed it. One was a nat 1, so I unfortunately got an 8.
Okay.
A wisdom saving.
Yeah.
I think that's 14.
Mhm.
Got
Yeah.
down.
I got 7 total.
7.
Yeah.
Okay. With that, Harrison, you notice that Sabre and Gorn both turn and look at the harpy,
Could
and
be
they
much
almost
worse
seem
than
like
that
they're
one.
in a trance state.
Okay, so immediately seeing them, I'm just gonna try and slap them both.
Okay. So give
Try
me
and rock them.
a. Are you going for an unarmed strike?
Yeah. I think
Yes, but I have no effect.
Passive.
Even if I hit,
Passive.
I can't do any light damage with
What?
unarmed because I'm so weak.
Okay.
Because he's a little thing.
Right. Okay. So roll that for me. And who is that going to go to? Because you're only going to be able to do that for one action.
Gorn then, because he's got his Eldritch Blast to
Okay.
start doing bits from
Not the one with
distance.
feather fall, an interesting choice.
No, it's spells in a small area. Harrison's starting to work out this is a shit plan after
Okay.
he nearly turned into the
A
female.
woman.
15. What am I adding to that? The attack.
There's a 15.
What? Yeah. Whatever my unarmed strike. So 17
My
total.
AC's a 15,
Okay,
so that would
that's
hit anyway.
that
Oh,
is
sweet.
that makes connection.
0 damage.
But
And okay, so that as you do that, it slaps Arison out of this trance-like state.
Gorn out.
Gorn out of this trance-like
Perfect.
state.
okay.
Um,
I'm shouting. I'm like, did the ear things not work?
Okay, so as that's going on, Gorn, I would say that you've got a free action now to do whatever you would like to do.
I've got a question, sorry. I do have actions, bonus action, 2 weapon fighting. Can I try with my left hand to clock him? Saber.
2 weapon fight.
Yeah, that's bonus action.
Okay, yeah, go for it. Roll it.
Let's get choke out here.
Oh,
That's even better. 19.
he's doing the unreal
21.
one again.
So,
21.
I had one good one.
Gosh.
Yeah, and he took it back. Yeah, one bad one. So, how does that look when you're hitting Saber?
So it's kind of like Arison thinks about closed fist, just totally goes out of his head and then just open palms him, and then just turns around and just slaps Saber as well.
Okay,
It's
and
just
that
panic.
slaps Saber out of it. And as that slapped out of it, you notice that the Harpy has now stopped singing, and you guys are back in the room. What are you guys doing?
Saber's going to. He saw Gorn like wrap his things to try and block his ears. So he's going to put his fingers in his ears. Then realise, oh, I've only got one hand, so it worked. So it don't work. So he's going to legit
Stump
enough.
and a thing.
He's like, oh fuck. And he's just going to cast sleep on whatever Harpies are in zone.
On the okay, so what direction are you looking?
What
'Cause
was
you-
the one-
What ones can you see right now?
What was the one? I don't know. My foundry's pretty weird at the minute. It's all kind of like
black.
yeah, well, it's kind of like all like green out like that.
What's going on?
Oh, that's just the clouds, isn't it? I think.
Not really too sure. What was the one that started singing?
That's this one here.
Okay, so 5, 10.
That's the only one I can see at the moment.
I can only see 2 in the bottom
25,
right.
30, 35, 40, 45. Let me just see what my range
Get one of them measurement things out.
Oh yeah, they're decent.
Ah, okay. So there is. It's because the map's so big.
Well, you quite zoomed out, are you?
So I can only see a certain distance.
I see. Okay.
What sort of time is this? Is it something to do with the time?
So it's with time, what do you mean?
As in like darkness and stuff like that. So
Uh,
I'm just thinking it's counting my dark vision rather than unless your normal vision's just 60 feet anyway.
I can see normally. I can't see
you
the
don't
top
have a ring?
section. Huh?
If you look at your screen carefully, you'll see
So
like
I'm
a ring.
going to cast sleep, and that
Oh
hits
yeah.
both of them at a 90-foot radius.
90-foot radius.
Oh, actually, hang on. Well, it's 90 feet from me, I believe, because you can.
So that would be a
from-
90-foot radius.
It goes
yeah.
from one to the other depending on what I roll, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna do that at a big boy level of level 3,
Oh my word.
and I'm gonna cast that.
Cast that
So-
shit, baby.
That music just got real sinister.
Yeah, it did.
So,
Yeah, place that measuring template so that we can
well,
see
I don't
where
know.
you
That
can-
says. Hang on.
20-foot sphere, no?
Well, it says. Hang on.
A cantrip.
Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose.
Well, what's the? Oh, because it's a 90-foot radius and then that. Right. Okay. Then.
Yeah,
Oh,
so you
that's
can
fine.
point that. You can put
Anywhere
that 20
within a
foot.
90-foot radius. Where are you putting it, Daddy?
So I can only hit the one though.
Mark it. Mark what one you're going for.
I'll cast that at level 3 as well. Can I change what level I cast that at?
Unfortunately, not.
Bitch. Okay, you go
Like,
there.
go there.
It's in. It's in.
You go there,
Okay,
and
right.
then it's.
That's why I've not added I've got a cantrip on here that I can finally do damage with, but it's not
Yeah.
in here.
That's
Whoa.
so as you cast that, successful against this harpy. What does that look like as you cast that spell towards this harpy?
Because it's a level 3 spell, I obviously cover my ears and I've got out my spell tome.
Have you put anything in your ears?
No.
No.
Took out my spell tome because obviously that's what I have to do for a new
Yeah, a level
thingy
3.
me bobby. And then I got out my spell tome and I'm just like incantations, and then just this invisible bit of force just
Nice.
like a little sphere.
And it goes into the harpy, yeah? Okay, so as that happens, you kind of see it hit the harpy, and those like piercing eyes that were there before, they kind of start to roll back and it just falls back. You see all of its feathers like flap up.
Can I
into
look
the
over
wind.
the edge to see if it hits the floor?
It's falling down for now. It's quite a way down, so it's not yet hit the floor, but it's kind of soaring down quite quick. And with that, we're gonna roll an initiative on this one, fellas, minus this fellow. Bear with me. Combat. Yes, right, combat.
Oh, 16. Goddamn! Oh, goddamn!
Right, we're rolling.
Maybe the luck has changed.
Yeah,
No.
I told you, it was about time the luck changed.
Don't you worry, boys, my rolls are still diamond.
That's what I used to say, Joe.
Okay, we're rolling, right, save is decent.
Oh,
How many are there? There's about 20!
I think he said there was like 5 of them, I think. 6 maybe? 5 because there were 7.
I feel like we're outnumbered
2
here.
killed off.
Okay,
Didn't I just slip one as well?
Yeah,
One,
but it's
two,
still probably rolled
three,
initiative.
one.
you're seeing 4 on the screen right now.
Okay.
Cool, okay. As that goes on, we've got a harpy up first. You would see the harpy that you slept bounding down towards the floor, and then you just see it hit the ground in a big puff of smoke and feathers. Dust and sand, and a few feathers come flying out. Okay, so you're not entirely sure what the fate of that harpy was, but you could probably hazard a guess. Not many things can survive. Okay, right. And with that, we've got this first harpy here, which comes swooping over, and with Arison closest to him,
It came out of nowhere!
it's going to use
I can't even see it.
claws,
Be nice.
and that's a multi-attack.
Brilliant.
So,
That's
Be
not nice.
so as that comes swooping in,
Alright, let me
so that first one definitely doesn't hit with a 5. Second one. Ooh, what's your AC, Arison?
50.
Oh, okay. So it comes at you with the claws, and with the comes swooping over the wings super fast. It like dive bombs in, and it comes at you with the claws. And as it swoops past you, the first claw misses, and then the second one misses also. And it just kind of goes over your shoulder, and it swoops past. It's like a little dive bomb and attack. And then it kind
It
of
moved
gets
away?
It gets out. Yeah.
Yeah,
With
he's like
one
swept
foul
fast.
swoop, it swoops past.
Do I get an opportunity attack?
No, not
Oh,
against
you
these
scumbag.
boys. So that is scumbag.
Oh
I do my
lord.
best.
God.
So that is that harpy's go, and
Yeah.
we've gone dark.
I'm gonna do an Eldritch Blast on that one, bottom mid.
One, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so I pinged him there.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's gonna. Oh, why is it not letting me? Bear with me. There we go. So I'm gonna roll an attack. So he pops his staff off of his back, like gives it a little twirl and
Mhm.
like swings it round.
This is your Eldritch staff
yeah.
that is given to you by your patron.
Why can I not see? Did it roll the dice?
It
Oh,
did,
yeah,
it
it did
did.
roll the dice. 17 to hit.
17. Let's see. That's a hit.
Oh, roll damage. 7 damage on that one in the
Damage.
mid.
Cool. Okay. So, what does that look like blasting towards this harpy?
So it's just like as he's whipped the staff round, Like the kind of like crackling purple energies just zipped straight up and just out the end of the staff, and it's just like caught it square in the chest.
Cool. It's hit that harpy square in the chest. You kind of see it kind of get knocked back a little bit and find its space again with its wings, and you see a few feathers fall out of its chest and barrel down towards the floor.
End my
That
turn.
takes a little smackaroony right there.
I'd love to see it.
Saber's up next.
So Saber is going to take a little step back in the thing so he can see a little bit more. He's going to go back to back with Harrison. And he's going to evaluate where the harpies are.
Yep.
And actually, yeah, he's going to go back to back. Hold out his nub hand, missing hand one, and he's going to fire magic missile.
Ooh!
At level 2
Nice.
on that one there.
That one there, yep. Light it up. Be sure to be taking down these depth.
Yeah, I've already
well,
added one to sleep. Magic missile. Level 2, baby. Cast spell. And then, hang on, let me bring it up.
Cast that, baby. As this is going on, what is Harrison thinking in this situation?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
These are definitely not friendly.
Yeah.
How many darts do I get, sorry? 4 on level 2.
Is it 4? 3 darts.
On
What's your
On the
normal
one
one?
you
It
just
goes
rolled.
up per level, doesn't it? I think, by 1.
Well, what you just rolled, it says 3 darts.
So I've got 3 left, yeah?
No, three darts
glowing,
total, I think.
you create 3 glowing darts with magical force. When you cast this spell using a spell with second slot or higher, the spell creates 1 more dart. So I've got another 3 turns.
So you got another 3.
Okay, right. I see. I was going from this, but okay. So this is second level, yeah.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
So you got a 5 on one of them.
Yeah.
There you go.
4.
You got
And
a
that
good
is
damage.
going towards what harpy?
Sorry, not that one. Not that one. That one.
This one here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice one. Okay, so with that, how does this look coming out of your body? These.
It's kind of Iron Man like, just
Iron Man.
with these little green darts, and they spin in the air like with a little like green trail like
Little-
following them.
Like a needler from Halo.
Kinda, yeah.
Right, so as they make contact with the harpy, you see that stuff coming towards it, and after seeing the eldritch hit the previous harpy, you see it try and maneuver away from it, but they just kind of follow it round, and they just first one kind of clips some of the feathers. The second one hits it clean in the back as it's turned to get away from it, and then as that turns again to try and kind of hairpin around it, gets hit again by 2 more, and you can see that this harpy is in a pretty bad state. And if that's your go then in that turn,
Yeah,
then?
I'm just gonna back up
Mhm.
and just say, Harold, is this a common occurrence?
He says, "Not when we keep the pig on board." Okay, so with that, is that your go?
Yep, sorry, let me
Cool.
do that.
Could have all been avoided if you just hadn't yeeted it.
Fuck you, go on!
Okay, so this one comes swooping in over on the right. This harpy gets it kind of flies up in the air, and then it swoops down and gets closer.
Shit.
And that then again you start to hear.
Oh no.
But you got nothing on that.
You start to hear a lullaby-like song coming from this creature.
Oh, boy.
We're going to need everyone to roll DC. Sorry, a Wisdom saving throw. We need a DC 11.
Do I still have advantage?
Wisdom.
That's not 11.
No, with advantage.
Yeah.
What's that we got?
9 total.
9. Right.
Just to say, my
Excellent.
wisdom's a +4.
That's outrageous. Okay, so
Twice I failed.
Is that's alright.
everyone is in a trance-like state.
Oh god. Oh no.
Okay, and
Including
that
Harold.
is- Harold is not. Harold is not. So you see, Harold has his ears plugged in a much
preparation.
better way than Gorn has. And
Shit.
it is.
Could have given us a warning.
Yeah.
is Harold's go. So Harold turns to and sees everyone in this trance-like state, and he
Shambles.
just gives Gorn a slapperoonie,
Oh.
and that wakes him out of his state.
Oh. Okay.
And that's Harold's go. He goes back to the controls and he starts pulling on the throttle and trying to get this balloon up a little higher. You see the balloon start to slowly raise higher and higher.
Okay.
I'm an absolute madman.
And it is Arison's go.
He's an innovator.
We need another
Not too bad.
DC
Not too bad.
saving throw 11.
That's the wildest
That's
thing I've seen
my
in a
trance
while.
acting.
Yeah, it's looking good.
What's your wisdom's high though, isn't it?
What do I need to beat for 11?
11.
13, yeah.
13.
I was
Cool.
gonna say, you're
So you
sweet.
snap out of it. Harold's like, back in the land of the living. Back to it, fella.
What do I do now?
Fucking kill him. Okay, so your go. You've got freedom to use your go. I'm just gonna tell you
Do him in, Jojo.
I can't see anyone.
Can't see anything.
No.
Try moving around in the cockpit a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. You have to be right on the edge.
It's about to see. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
Okay.
I'm going for it. I'm going for a double dip, baby.
Oh my
I'm
good
going for a
God.
double dip.
He's fearless.
He's a
What?
lunatic.
What's Hippenberger's sword?
Yeah.
What 6 and a Hippenberger's sword?
I am.
Heinous.
It's one of the weirdest things I've seen in a while.
Yeah, that is awful. What are we saying?
Okay. Obviously I was prepping to pull my bow anyway, so now bow's in my hand. I'm just going to let loose an arrow at this little pretty boy here.
This little pretty boy.
There's a dead pretty boy.
You see me fuck him up, that's why.
Yeah. Lots of damage. He looks busted. Hang
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Just for scenes.
The scenes.
Oh, that's because the chat's not open. There we go.
It's quite precarious on there, mate.
Attack.
Yeah, there we go. Ooh, that was close.
No, don't be silly.
That was
I'll
nearly
go
a
like
5. That was
That's
nearly a
a
5.
big hit. The Elder Tree Bow is a
20,
big hit.
22 damage. 7 damage, please.
22 did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I say, it's unreal.
So you, so Arison kind of spins around, kind of mounts himself up on over the side of the basket, and just lets out a nasty bow shot with his Elder Tree Bow, and it kind of whistles towards the harpy, and it just goes straight through it like this thing's made of paper. Goes straight through it and out the other end, and you see this harpy in a serious bit of trouble,
it's not
but it's still in the air. In short, you've done some serious damage.
Then I'm going to quickly take
Oh,
a
yes.
step back again,
Mm-hmm.
and then end my turn in the middle of the hot air balloon.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so another harpy go.
Yeah.
Okay, so currently Saber is in his trance state.
Yeah.
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 So this harpy, noticing that Saber is incapacitated right now and not much of a threat, it is flying straight over
Oh
to
no.
the actual threats and landing a
I have
for
fallen
a-
asleep twice. So that's-
multiple attack on
yeah.
Gorn Darkside.
Yeah.
So let's see. So as it swoops over, and before you
Mhm.
barely even notice what's going on, before you kind of hear it coming,
Mhm.
before you see it, and you turn over your shoulder, and it's coming at you with the claws.
Yeah.
And let's see, boy, and there's another one. Oh! Lands two
Oh,
big
no.
nasty hits. Okay.
You're a dead man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
Uh-oh.
is that 13 damage total?
Yeah.
Or from
Of
one
the
of them?
first hit.
That's one hit.
Okay, so lands
44.
that on you.
I'm dead.
Two of them are two.
Fuck
two,
me, dead.
Double.
Oh, mate. It's not good.
So comes
19
over
damage.
and it just absolutely
Oh,
rips
Wait,
the
did you-
flesh from your bones as it swoops past and
Yeah.
takes a fair chunk of your shoulder
That's not
with
good.
it.
As a reaction,
Yep.
I cast
Yeah.
Hellish Rebuke.
Light it up, baby.
He's going to take a lot of damage.
That takes a spell slot, doesn't it? So
No, because so generally
One
yes,
per
but I can
day.
do one per day where it doesn't.
I still believe
Okay.
it's a spell.
It is
I
a
believe
spell,
it's
so
a
it's,
spell.
so it's a, so
Add
it's a
that to
del.
his deck.
So it's a del.
It's a del.
It's a del.
Is it Del?
It's a
I
del.
thought it was an Asus.
Well, he is setting fire to the rain.
Okay.
Oh, you went Del
Yeah,
laptop, not a Del.
laptop,
Oh. Oh.
That's atrocious.
Common
It's a
misconception.
22 damage back.
Woo!
Yes, so it has to save a DC 15 dexterity throw.
15
And then if
dexterity.
it saves, it'll take 11.
Okay.
I feel like they're going to be dexterous, but
Not with that roll, they're not.
22 damage back.
Plus
at him.
one.
Okay, so what does this look like?
So as he's kind of like, so did you say you raked through my shoulder?
Like, rips part of your
So-
shoulder. You see it take a bit of your cloak and flesh.
Yeah,
with
so
it. You see
as he's done
green and
that,
red splashes
You
of
see a
blood.
bit of like blood like fly off of me in a spray, and then it starts like glowing molten and just like zooms for it kind of thing,
Nice,
where it's
okay.
flying off. It's like almost like a heat-seeking kind of.
Little, yeah, okay, so
Yeah.
it kind of follows the blood trail like a fuse.
Yeah.
And it just lights this harpy up, and you just
Yeah.
see these things. It lights up like the thing was doused in oil,
Yeah.
and that harpy is
Oh.
brown bread. The thing just burns in an instant, burns to a like a charcoal state, and just drops out the sky.
Gordon's
That
like
is
looking a
annoying.
bit worse for it, and he's like, oh, take that, you bastard. just spit some blood
Oh,
overboard.
god damn! Not more fire blood, I hope.
No, just a regular kind.
Regular blood.
Regular kind.
Right, okay. Who is next? That's that harpy done for. Oh, we got another harpy.
He's kind of slouched against the edge of the basket after taking such a hit.
Okay, this harpy here, it.
That was a good hellish rebuke.
That was a big boy.
So, the harpy flies here, and you see it kind of swoop over past that one that you just set
Yeah.
alight, and in that kind of cloud of ashes, that thing just
Yeah.
dropped out the sky. Before you even know it, another harpy has just swooped through that
Oh,
cloud of ash,
shit.
separating it.
Oh,
And
shit.
as it gets over towards this part of the right hand side of the basket,
Yeah.
it just starts singing a sweet lullaby.
Oh
again.
no.
So I'm gonna
It's another
need.
save, is it? Come on, surely.
Indeed,
What's happened here?
that is the harpy song. Which
Oh,
I'm gonna get rid
shit,
of.
right.
So it's just got
Mate,
crazy.
surely you've got to roll something with advantage better than.
And that 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just to
So,
distinguish, the other one was a 4.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
okay, so
That's correct.
everyone else, roll them bad boys.
But the other was a 20.
It don't matter for me, does it?
You still
Oh,
in it?
no, you're
isn't
still
it?
in it. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. So Saber is irrelevant.
Just for reference, if we can get the Ijimir music up, that's what's just going through Saber's
Okay.
19 for me.
19. Okay, that it doesn't affect you, but you do notice Saber takes a step closer to the side of the basket where
Oh!
this harpy is singing from.
Oh god.
Okay,
He's
right. That's that harpy's
Zoinks.
attack go, and we've got another harpy.
I can't see all the harpies.
No, you have to be right up against.
Yeah.
Oh, you are right up against the edge.
Yeah, I still can't see them all, but.
And this one comes swooping in. It senses blood in the water we've gone. It sees,
Oh, no.
and it's seen that he's just taken out one of their fellow harpies,
Yeah.
and that swoops over towards you.
Oh, that's the low fucker, isn't it?
And
Dead boy.
that comes at you again
Please be low.
with double claws. Right. What is your AC, Warning?
15, I'll double check for you. 15.
15. First one. Safe.
That was so nearly a 16.
Second one.
That one's hit. That one's hit.
Okay, second one.
I'm taking a pounding.
That swoops over toward you,
Yeah.
and on that,
4 damage.
That's not
as
too
you
bad.
kind of notice it, you turn your other shoulder rather than your exposed, weak shoulder, which has been ripped apart by the previous one.
Sorry, just 1 second. Just because I killed that other one, I get the Dark One's blessing. So I
Okay,
got
okay.
9 temporary HP.
Right, add that
Sorry.
temp HP,
I forgot.
and
There you go.
it
And
takes
then it'll
away
be gone.
Well,
Some of it.
takes away a fair bit of that, and again it swoops past you as it strikes.
So as it did the strike, there's like a purple ripple
Yeah, nice. Okay, so like a little purple ripple of
Energy.
of energy and eldritch power as you have that temporary health from your previous fight. Okay, and that is that harpy. It's Gorn's go.
Can I see the one that's doing the sirens call?
Let me see. No, you cannot. You need to get
Right.
closer to the side of the. It's basically split up.
Is
so
it?
if you're looking over this side, you can see what's
This one?
eastern, what's western, what's northern.
Oh, sorry.
It is.
Is it that one?
This one here, yeah.
So I'm going to try and attack that one.
These rolls for the
With Eldritch Blast.
Just literally like come up on my screen.
Refresh it.
Say again, sorry, mate.
So I'm going to hit that one with an Eldritch Blast.
Do it. Do it.
Or try to, shall I say. 15 to hit?
And succeed.
Nice one.
Bosh.
So that's 11 damage on that one.
Big hits. Okay, so
So-
so Gorn kind of like pulls out his
Yeah.
staff, and again, seeing the success of Arison's bow as he set it up on the side of the
Yeah.
basket, you kind of like
canted
almost
it on
like
there.
almost like snooker cues it on there and just it shoots out this crackling purple electric sort of energy, and that hits that harpy, and you kind of see it rattle all around that harpy. Every fibre of that harpy is affected by its purple energy, and it takes a fair dinkum bit of damage. And with that,
Nice.
he stops the singing, but that does not wake Saber up just yet.
Damn it!
So,
Damn it!
Thank you for the support.
I was trying my best, man. I was trying my best.
Right,
Saber's having a few technical issues right now.
what's happening?
My game is just decided to go do lally on me. But do I need to make a wisdom saving throw to
Yes.
get out of the song?
Yes.
Oh,
Wisdom
that's-
saving throw. Yeah, we can just do it all manually. I can control it.
Plus 4 anyway, 19!
Nice. Okay, with that, Saber snaps out of this like alluring chant, and he's back in the room.
I find myself close to the edge and...
What edge are you going to? The right side edge?
well, didn't you say I took a step during
Closer to that right
Yeah.
side, but you're still not there yet. You're
So
still in the middle
I've
of it.
taken... Oh, okay, so, alright, I've kind of woken myself up, turned to Harold and said, you could have fucking prepared us more for this.
That's what the pig was for!
You're gonna give us some earplugs or something.
Well, the pig usually works.
Oh, fuck you.
We got to meet with this guy for the whole trip. He's already abusing him.
Because I'm having
Is that your go? Go on, end your turn.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought I did.
Because I'm having some
There we go,
technical...
Yeah, just tell me what you want to do. I can do it on my end. Theatre of the mind. For the
Hang on, we might be back. No, we're not. I'm going to... can you see what Harpy's Saber can see on
You
your...
can't see any of them. He's in the middle of the
Can I step... With my movement, can I do a wander around the edge of the basket to see what Harpies
You
I
can
can
get
see?
closer to the edge which Gorn is on, and you can see the remaining Harpies. All three are kind of grouped on that eastern position.
Those three there.
Okay, cool. Seeing the one that I've damaged anyway, I'm going to find that Magic Missile was quite a hit, so I'm going to cast that again at level 2.
On what one? The one closest to you?
On...
Who's going to do?
Adding my deck.
Spread.
I'm going to do it on looking on Gorn's
Yep,
cursor.
highlight it on here.
I'm going to... This one here.
Yep.
And is this one here still alive?
Yeah, he's got like.
Seeing that they're beaten, so 2 on...
The two nearest to us.
Yes,
basically.
yep.
2 on that one.
Oh, sorry. So 2 on the, 2 on this one.
Two on that one, two on
And
that
then
one, yeah.
1 on the bottom
And then
one.
Nice one. Okay, roll what you need to roll. Do you remember?
Oh, it's a 1. Wait, so it was.
They're D4s, aren't they?
It
Yeah,
was
one-
1d4
yeah,
plus
D4.
1.
1d4 plus 1, so I'm doing that 3 times, yeah?
Okay, so do
Is
it.
it?
Yeah.
Did you say you're doing it level 2? Is that is
Oh,
level
it
2?
says
You get
4
4
D4.
darts.
44.
Okay,
yeah.
and
you're
then-
doing 2 on one and 2 on the other, no?
2 on 1.
Yep.
No, it was 1 on the other.
2
and
on
then the
this,
last remaining
one on
1 on the one
on the
that
other
looks healthiest.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So what's the first one?
So, the first one... Well, do you want me to roll it each?
Roll it one at a time,
individually?
yeah. Just roll them one at a time.
So, the first one's a 1.
So that's
So
2.
1 plus 1 is
So that's
2. Okay.
The second one is a 6, so that's 7.
And these are both going on the first one, aren't they?
No. Yeah.
Wait, 6? Have we done 6?
D4s, that is.
All
Yeah,
D4s.
sorry.
All D4s. All good fella.
That's a 4, so 5.
5, okay. And with that second bolt that comes out, the first one kind of hits it and you see like a plume of feathers go up in the air. And then before the feathers even set, that second one just comes through, hits it clean in the face, and it just falls backwards out the sky dead.
D4. What am I doing?
Just a little.
That
Yeah,
one.
there we go.
Next one is a 2 plus 1, so that's 3.
Nice, and that is on the lowest one.
Lowest one.
Again,
Yeah.
that one, that as that sees that, it kind of like starts to turn to flee, and it hits that kind of in the side, and that again drops out the sky dead.
And then last one on the healthiest one, we use the liquid cool ones again, is a 4 total. So
4 total,
4
yes.
damage on that one.
Saber has literally rested his arm on the thing,
Not a mad one.
out of his nubbed hand again,
Coming out
Iron Man style, and then like got behind cover and kind of crouched down behind the basket, like it's like fenced, isn't it?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
really.
saying?
Big
Like
kind of
taking
fence
cover.
Cool. Okay. So
Behind
and that last strike, barrel so it kind of literally bosh on the first one. That drops out of the sky. Second one, that drops out of the sky. And the third one, you hit it with something, and it just kind of like, it kind of hits it clean in the chest. Again, feathers come flying out, but it kind of like comes back, kind of like swooshes itself back with its wings and finds its composure again. And it's kind of just staring you all down, ready for a scrap. Is that your go?
Ready for a
I'm
scrap.
back on, so hang on, yeah. Let me.
I'll end it. I'll do it on my end.
Yeah,
Okay.
nice.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So it is that harpy which you just saw, and with that, it's going to start singing. So it's
Oh,
singing a nice lulling lullaby once again, and we're going to need everyone to be rolling.
Oh, that's 2 12s. 2
Nice,
12s?
you're
All
safe.
good, Yeah. Love to see it.
Safe.
Harrison doesn't fuck around. 16.
Into the camera.
That was tragic.
Yeah.
I'm also a 16.
Nice. Okay. So
anything else?
that's
No.
that
Fair
singing
point.
does not help in any that harpy in the slightest. However, you kind of see it, and with these harpies, you see that they're usually singing, and the ones that you've experienced, they're singing kind of looking at you, whereas this one seems to be singing, almost looking at kind of like the acoustics of the canyon. So it's almost like looking past you.
Cool.
And as
Yeah.
it does that, you
Oh,
see,
no.
swooping in,
Oh shit.
2 harpies, blood-stained talons, little pink bits of flesh
Oh,
hanging
he's
off of their
The
talons.
ones that went for the pin.
I'm going to just lean in on Harrison and lean on his shoulder now and just say, that was my bad.
Okay, so
First,
It's
Gordon just shakes his head and goes,
enforcement.
first day on the job.
Well, you wouldn't know that, would you?
No, you wouldn't. That's the best bit.
Gordon's just
That's
better.
the best bit.
Gordon's breaking the fourth wall.
No, it's just what he's for. It's just what he's for.
Okay. With that, these backup harpies come swooping in, and it's this first one's go, and it swooped straight in, and it is going for a claws attack, but this time just the one,
Oh shit.
and that is
Is that on me or her?
towards Gorn.
Oh fuck me.
So these smell blood in the water, and they
Yeah.
just try and kind of they're
Some
like naturally
charm.
like, oh yes, they're
Yeah.
like Harrison saw. The closest things these are to vultures, so
Yeah.
they're attacking what they see as the weak link,
Yeah.
and the one with half his
rude but
shoulder
fair.
ripped off
Rude but
is
fair.
definitely the weak
Yeah.
link here.
Makes a lot of sense, really.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, so that
Oh,
swings past the claw
hey.
and misses you. As that goes for that claw attack
Yeah.
on you,
Mhm.
you see the other claw lash towards Harold.
Oh fuck.
And she lose the pilot.
As it grabs the shoulder of Harold, and you see it sink its talons clean into Harold's shoulder, it comes round with the other one that's just missed you and latches onto the other shoulder, and it grabs him and starts pulling him
Oh fuck.
out of the basket. So
Oh
it
my
pulls him back this
lord.
way, and he's now kind of like
He's out of the basket.
toes on the edge of the basket as it's getting pulled out.
Oh fuck!
Okay, so that is that Harpy's go.
Actually, you'd help that fella.
He currently can't do anything because he's basically being grappled here. So and he's in the middle of the sky. So
Go, Harrison, quickly!
okay, Harrison's go. As Harold is getting pulled out, he's like that. Help me, fella!
Okay, then that changes it a bit.
Harrison ain't got long to live, mate. Harrison's little toes are latching onto this basket, but they ain't as strong.
Harrison or Harold?
Both of them.
Oh shit!
Get rid of him while we're at it.
Yeah. Go on, Joe, quickly.
Joe, I've got to get my timers
He's
out,
gonna get
friend.
the timers out.
Timers are going.
Sorry, you've just given me some new information.
You just need to
TikTok,
grab him.
baby.
You
I
just need to
genuinely
grab
think
him.
this whole thing would have been so much better if he was changed into a bird.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. What are we saying?
I would
Harold's
like
looking
to kind of reach out for him and then kind of reach into my cloaks, find a little flea in there.
Wait a minute now. Since when is it canon that Harrison is flea-ridden?
Always change it into beasts. It's the only way I can do this spell.
Okay, what's going on here? What's happening?
It's part of this cantrip.
What, a flea? Putting a flea off of
One of the
your
components I need is a
We don't
living
really tend to
flea.
do components anyway,
You
but
don't have a flea on you, I'm afraid.
It's the only cantrip I can do that can do any damage.
Oh.
I don't know if we've
You're
done.
flea-free.
I don't know if we've done components.
You know what might have had a flea? The pig.
What is happening?
I guess I'll just try and grab him.
Okie give me. This is going to be
9.
a. Wait, what are you going by? No.
Did you
This
say
would
9?
Be more of
If
a.
it was strength.
This is be more of a athletics check. This to react to
It's
that.
still the same thing, isn't it?
Or does it come under strength?
Strength,
Or is it
strength
dexterity?
based.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
so what's that total of the
Oh,
9?
Athletics. Yeah, 9.
So 9 total. So you go to grab Harold, and you go to kind of like grab his boot, and as you grab it, he's just pulled out of the basket.
Question.
You're left with a boot in your hand.
Can I? Oh fuck.
Can
I
I?
was gonna say, can I use inspiration? My
Couldn't.
inspiration to re-roll. His...
Oh, not for
No.
fine combat.
Fine,
Can I
Or you can't
do the
that.
multi-hand combat
He's
thing
just
again
Save.
and just try and reach with the left?
Reach for
So
the other boot.
obviously pulled with that one, missed. Can I try again quick and grab
Go
his
for
foot?
the left. But this
Same
is gonna be,
foot, though.
This is going to be with disadvantage, yes,
Yeah.
because this is like a panic stations now.
15.
Oh, that's
What
not
was
bad.
the other one?
14 and 15.
Nice.
So
Okay.
14.
So second foot you grab, and you're kind of like holding on to him. So you would have to be somewhere like here.
Yeah.
And you're kind of like half out of the basket now as well. So you're grappling him
Fuck.
as well as the harpy grappling him. So there's kind of like just a rope of Harold being held right now by you to the basket.
Cool.
As that's going on, the harpy, you
So
can feel
just
the
holding
harpy
on.
pulling.
Shoot this fucking bird!
Is that the end of your go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and that it's Gorny.
Okay. Yeah. So then, following on from what Sabers said, I'm gonna go for an Eldritch Blast on that
And
harpy.
the only thing keeping Harold in the air. Let's do it.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's true.
No, no, do him.
Roll
Just
it.
You've said it now.
Roll it.
I was following on your advice. I should never trust Harrison. What my original thought was I was going to hold the staff out. Well, it could be part of it, maybe. So,
Yeah, hold the staff out. Grab that, Harold.
well,
Right, so you shoot the harpy.
So I'm shooting the harpy. I'm going for an attack roll on this boy. That's a 23
That's
to
a
hit.
hit.
So I swing the staff out, I kind of like reach quite far, and the end of it's glowing. And I do that, so it's like kind of like almost slightly over Harrison and Harold, and I just kind of shout, I'm like, if you can, after I fire, grab it, and I shoot this blast out, and that does 14 damage.
Oh, nice. That's pretty big.
Yeah.
boy
14 damage.
14
yeah.
damage,
Okay,
fella.
okay.
14 damage.
Still gonna be alive, isn't it?
Hang on, I just remembered.
Mm.
Have I got the 2 Eldritch Blasts yet?
So,
remember.
No, I wasn't at level
You
6.
have
That's the one
shot
last
14 damage at the harpy.
Yeah.
So that kind of that green, the purple energy just kind of illuminates the as it crackles past Harold's head
Yeah.
and hits this harpy clean, kind of like in its kind of neck area, and it takes a big hit of damage. And as it gets hit, it kind of like pulls on Harold a little bit, and you kind of hear Harold yell, "Ah!" But it still keeps a hold of Harold.
Okay. Oh, apparently it is level 5 that I get 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Right, let's do this out of combat, fellas. Let's
That's
keep
fine.
it going.
Carry on.
Let's keep the flow of combat going here. Okay, Harpy's up. Oh, it's our Harpy up next. So this Harpy is going to use its action to try and rip its basically Harold from your grasp. So this is going to be a little roll off.
Oh, fuck.
Bye, Harold.
Arrogant strength roll, please.
At least we know we just pulled a lever.
What are you plus one?
-1.
Minus one.
Thanks for being nice.
Okay, Harpy's a plus one.
Suck. Oh, what did you? So you win.
So
Wait,
as
do
that
you?
happens-
Yeah, because I'm -1, he's +1, so he goes to
He-
15,
I went to
I go
15, he
to
went to
14.
14.
Oh,
So,
no.
As that happens, it kind of rips Harold from your grip, and the foot just kind of slips through your hand, and you're like left looking over the basket as Harold is pulled out into thin air, and this Harpy is currently holding him there.
Oh, God.
Okay,
Oh, God.
Sabers go.
I'm guessing that, like, can you reach from the basket to grab him, or is he far enough away out of the basket now?
He's
Yeah.
10 foot away from the
I keep
basket
looking
now.
at
He's
him.
10 foot away
Noob.
from the basket.
Could have killed that.
It's your first rodeo.
Yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, he's
Because it doesn't
5
say
to
it on
10
here.
foot. He's here, so.
Well, he's gone.
Okay.
Well, he's gone.
Oh, I've got to play. Right
What
now.
did Arison do with the boot that he had come off in his hand?
Still got it in his hand
Okay.
until my next guy.
Okay.
Fucking launch.
I'm gonna throw a real
Go
wild
on.
one out.
Go on.
Oh, good Lord, have mercy.
Say
It is wild as fuck.
What is it?
It is wild.
Come on.
It is very
What
wild.
are we doing?
I would like to cast Misty Step.
This guy's acting like you've got Revivify in this campaign. Yeah, go on.
Oh, my good Lord.
Do I want to do this?
You've
Oh,
done
you've
it,
said it now.
mate.
You've
Where
said
are you
it.
going?
You've said it.
Are you
you
Misty
fucking-
stepping to another part of the balloon, or are you
I
going?
would like to Misty Step
Uh-huh.
on top of the harpy that's got Harold.
Okay.
And then-
There's a heavy bunch of collection of beings in this point of the sky.
And then,
Misty Step is a bonus action.
Yes.
Yep.
but it's a spell, so I can't cast another spell. I can cast a cantrip.
Mhm.
So I would like to
Oh, good Lord.
cast Misty Step onto the top of the harpy, okay, which is that. There we go.
Yeah. So
Does that come
So,
up anything?
he kind of like in almost like, how does this look? The Misty Step. It's kind of like a puff of dark green, almost
Yeah,
dust, isn't it? And you just
And
you
then-
just see Saber disappear and then reappear on top of this harpy.
And I want to just straddle it on the back with nub arm
Yeah.
around its neck, and the other arm fucking covering its
Going
mouth.
on, okay.
Oh my
Give me a
God.
strength throw. Just flat strength throw, please.
Good Lord.
Do I add any pluses? Hang on, let me cast
Whatever your
that.
strength, your strength should be, yeah. You've got good strength, Saber, I think.
Yeah, level 5 and do 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Roll
You
well!
can do that now, yeah?
That's a 4.
That's a 4 strength.
With +2.
Yes.
Okie dokie, so
Bye,
Saber
Saber!
I rolled a 2.
goes to grab a hold of the harpy, and with that nub hand, not being used to having a lack of hand, slips from the harpy, and open palm starts falling back in midair. Okay, that's what's going on with Saber right now.
Cool.
We've got two Harpies will.
I'm gonna be honest.
How
MVP
far
play there.
how far does the Warforged fall?
Can I not inspiration that roll?
This is combat.
Well, does it not work in combat?
No,
Damn it.
God no. Right, okay. Is that your go?
Well, yes.
The same scream and
I
everything
just
as
love
he's
that.
falling.
Well, yes.
Fuck you, Harold!
Oh no. Oh fuck me,
Okay.
dead.
As that's in disbelief, these Harpies are in absolute disbelief at what's just happened.
This guy's a fucking idiot.
But the
He's trying to get out of the safe space.
the Harpy
Harpies are
on
like,
the
what?
this Harpy here on the right side, the eastern side,
Yeah.
that sees Saber falling through the air,
Go for your
and
pen.
You're like a pig now.
begins.
Yeah.
It sees
Nice.
pretty much an easy kill as that's going to hit the floor, and it starts singing to everyone else.
Oh,
fuck.
fucking
Fuck
hell.
me,
We were your
mate.
only hope.
Get rolling, boys. So this
I'm safe.
Saber,
It's all gravy,
you're
baby.
safe.
Yeah.
Saber rolls this
18.
with an advantage.
I'm still rolling it. I'm
You're
far
still
from
rolling.
the air.
You're still here though.
I'm rolling through the
Yeah,
air.
I gave you advantage. What's Harrison got? What is it?
Oh no. Is it a 1? It's a 1, isn't it? It's a 1.
That one.
Oh, we're dying today, boys.
That one.
19 total.
All good.
I know
all
that
good.
female Harrison wouldn't have failed that roll.
No. Oh no. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, Harrison becomes in a trance-like state.
Sorry, which one's singing? The healthy one. That one.
This one here.
Okay, fine.
Harrison
Just
becomes
in time
in
for
a
my go.
trance-like state, and he steps a little closer to the side, and he's like
Fuck.
walking towards the edge of the balloon, and you can see him kind of like
Yeah.
propping himself over the side of the balloon right now. And we've got this harpy here with Harold.
Yeah.
And you see this harpy start to go up in the air, and then it. Let's go, Harold.
Oh, the old eagle drop on the mountain.
Oh no.
Harold is now also plummeting towards with Saber. Just
Oh.
skydiving with Saber.
Harold's go.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking-
I choose action
Austin
full.
Powers.
Oh no.
When they throw him up and he's falling down with her, we're gonna die, Austin Powers.
Oh fuck me.
That's
Um,
Harold and Saber right now.
Gordon's just like
Go.
look at. Oh wait, no, it's your go, isn't it?
Harold
Oh wait.
is falling through mid-air when he has nothing else to do because he's a mere balloon man. Harrison's go.
Did you not say
I'm
that?
jumping off the side, Kieran. That's what I'm fucking
That's the
doing.
same as everyone apparently. Yeah.
Harrison takes one more step off the side of the balloon and is now also falling.
Oh my god.
Go.
Third session, TV
Go on.
game.
I
Love
hope
it.
you got something in your ear, Arkin.
I would just hide. Play this out. Just
Gordon,
a solo balloon.
Gordon's just like looking around like in despair. He's like, I hope Saber can fucking cast something to get out of this. And he's like looking around at the balloon, like trying to.
You're now the only,
have we lost-
living being in this
Have
balloon.
we lost any altitude?
It's kind
Because
of like
where
leveled
where
out a little
Harold's
bit.
not
Yeah,
put
so
it.
it's leveled
So
out.
I've spotted
It's
that, and I'm like, maybe I can kind of go down.
as fast to
um,
the falling wall.
Not as fast, but it's just like there's nothing really that I can do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he's
if
gonna
not using the throttle, you're going down. So you're going to be going down.
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yes,
Very
exactly.
slowly.
So he's just like, well, he's not going to pull the lever, and there's like nothing really. He can't add more weight. So he's just like, the only thing that he can think logically to do is try and get Harrison out of the lullaby or whatever it is, the siren song, harpy song, and then to try and get rid of the other harpy that's still between like Harold and Saber. So he's going to try and ping an eldritch blast at each of them.
Who? The
Um,
Harpy and Harrison.
No. So the harpy on the right, so that one.
Mm-hmm.
And that one there. So he's going to try and... Is that one still in my vision? I imagine
Yes.
it is. Yeah. So I'm going to try and ping one at each.
Okay.
Because apparently I've got 2 of them now. Which I'm still getting used to.
Best.
One's an 11 to hit.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So that was on the one on the right.
One on this one here, or this one here?
The one on the far right.
Yeah, okay.
The one, that one. So that's 11 damage on that one.
Okay, so again, crackling energy smacks that harpy, and it stops singing.
How has Harrison like fully like gone past?
How far have I
Yeah.
dropped?
Harrison's sort of
Okay.
off of the.
So there's no chance of him grabbing my staff. Right, fine.
No, this
And then the other one, I then ping another attack over. Another 11 to hit.
Yes. Lucky, Jesus.
That was lucky, yeah. And 12 damage on that one between that one there.
Okay. So you blast this eldritch power towards him, and it just erupts in a burst of feathers, and this one
Nice.
is also dead.
We love to see it. We do love to see it.
Okay. With the stopping of that Harpy song, we're going to need Arison to roll us another wisdom saving throw.
Can you turn into anything that flies?
Squirrel?
20.
Nice.
Oh,
okay.
nat 20.
No,
Nat
no,
20.
no,
Oh,
right.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay, Arison awakes.
So it's my go. Just give me a go now. So I can do something.
No, it's
No,
we're gonna go. Gonna go.
Stop being selfish, we're gonna die!
Okay, so this harpy swoops over towards Gorn.
Oh shit. I didn't see
and
that
it
one.
goes for a nasty little claws attack.
Oh no.
How fuck it is then?
So you're just free falling at the moment, the guy's dead.
Oh. If you've got your own.
Oh,
idea,
I've got it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Sandy.
Oh,
Oh,
mate,
hand
we
on that one.
get another nat 20.
Yeah, I was going to be dead.
You save yourself.
Okay.
I will be
Yeah.
hellish rebuking this bitch.
Ooh.
Wait, it depends.
Okay, so that swoops towards
There's
you
two situations.
and hits you
I'm
with
cut
a
off.
nasty 6 damage.
Oof.
Again,
Say that.
that's taken all of your temporary
Yeah.
damage now.
And
away,
I've taken a
it's-
bit from it as
Yeah,
well.
and a little bit. So you kind of see it as it strikes past you. It cuts kind of through that kind of purple energy, and it just scrapes. You just see a splash of
Gash
blood
across
come
my
out,
chest.
and do what you want to do.
And I kind of just catch it and just flick it again.
Another rebuke. Roll
And it's
it,
like,
Daddy.
yeah, molten lava.
Does that cost a spell slot now?
Yeah, this
This
one
one
now.
does now.
Yeah. So that's consuming the spell slot.
He's doubled his debt in this fight alone.
I have, yeah.
Mate, I've added 3.
I've needed to.
So he was
mate.
on 2 for the last 4 sessions.
Yeah, you're not wrong, mate.
Oh no, you're not on 0.
No, I'm still on 8, but
Yeah.
0 in this fight.
So that's 28
That's
damage
why you're
unless
plummeting to your death right now.
Yeah.
Probably.
that's 28 damage unless it saves the throw.
28 damage unless it saves the throw. Okay.
And it'll take 14.
15 throw.
Ooh, that's 28 damage then.
28
baby.
damage. So again, just like the last one, these things are flammable, and it just goes up, and you just see ash. You just see a charred corpse boom, hit the bottom, hit the basket of the balloon, and it's just kind of
Okay.
festering away there.
Okay, cool. Lovely.
Okay, the harpy is.
Does the extra weight bring the balloon down ever so slightly?
These are basically bones. So I will
Yeah,
say
avian
so.
bones. Yeah, literally light as anything.
Yeah, the balloon goes up.
Can fly.
Yeah.
It's like can fly period.
Yeah, give away that.
Yeah.
Right, okay. That
okay,
is
fine.
that is that. And who is next? We've got Saber next. What's he playing?
First question. How far is Harold away from me?
Probably about 15 foot above you now.
Above me.
Mm.
Second question.
And really close to you, he's like.
Second question. How far have I fallen?
At this point, probably about 20 foot.
Is that it?
20, 25 foot,
Okay.
something like that.
Is there any chance that I can...
Because you got to remember, these turns are 6 seconds.
Is there any chance out of the time I see Harold falling with me to like spread my cape and lessen the like velocity of my fall?
Nowhere near enough to lessen the velocity of your fall. The cape. It's nowhere near enough. You're a heavy ass fucking warforged.
Oh goddamn.
There's no way somehow that I can like spread my body and all that for him to fall and over like I don't know,
Him to
like,
fall below you.
not below me, but just to me, for me to like grab him.
Oh,
or touch him.
you could definitely. Oh, okay, yeah. So you could like distribute your weight wider
Skydive a
to.
little
bit. Yeah.
He's,
Skydiving.
Harold's plummeting in a panic,
Okay.
and he's a rotund boy. He's plummeting.
Oh, bless Harold.
Third question.
Yes.
This is the play I want to make.
Yeah.
I want to distribute my weight for Harold to reach me, for
Yeah.
me to grab him. I want to cast Misty Step again and back to the balloon.
Nice. Okay, back into the balloon. Yeah.
Will that work? Back into the balloon basket.
I'd say you could basically. The flame isn't there. You can't see the inside of the basket, but you could definitely see the top of the.
I
Like
know
the
it's-
the balloon entrance, so you could Misty Step in and fall into
I
the
know
basket.
the right spell to use is Dimension Door, but I'm asking you as Dungeon Master.
Oh no, you could Misty Step that. Yeah.
with him.
Can't take another boss, can you?
That's what I'm
Don't know.
asking.
What's the rules?
I don't know how it works. Yeah.
I would say you can't Misty Step with someone.
Okay, in that case then, I would like to.
I'd like to Misty Step myself.
Yeah. Bye.
Okay, in that case,
Can I ask a question? How far is Harold?
Yeah, mate.
How far are they from me? And how far am I from the balloon?
So they're
Yeah, that's a
about.
range
So you're
self.
about.
yeah.
You've only fallen about 5 or 10 foot. Yes, mate.
Sweet. Okay. Well, how far
So
is
you're-
Harold from me?
5, 10 foot away.
Sweet.
15
Okay.
foot down.
So could I, if I like, immediately reacted, grab to the bottom of the basket, that sort of vicinity?
Give me a. If you're. Well, when we get
Well,
to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
We'll
Still.
roll it.
Go on.
What's the name of What is going on? I'm gonna have to start my timer.
If
Brad.
I was to
Yeah, but what's
all
the
homebrew here, all homebrew, ladies and gents.
Oh yeah, DiceBoundUK.
If I was to wait for him to reach for me, and I cast Thunder Wave out my hand to push us back up to the basket enough for me to just grab and hang onto the basket.
You wouldn't be able to push enough to get you both up there.
Get yourself
Okay,
out
then
there.
fuck it, we're plummeting.
Oh,
You're both going.
Well,
You're doing
Just
anyway.
get yourself back up there.
yeah, but he's fucking. We got to save him. haven't we?
Yeah, you're not going to save him by falling
Can I
into
not
I'm gonna
death.
say by dying.
All right then. Harold's gonna reach me. I'm just gonna say you should have in midair. You should have fucking given us the earplugs and cost me
You
to
should
shit
have
myself.
thrown the pig! Okay, so you're Misty stepping up.
I will Misty step
Okay,
back
so
up to my.
I'm concerned about what I've just heard.
So you Misty step up. Oh, go on. You Misty step up, and you are going to need to roll me an athletics save, athletics throw to just see if you land on your feet or if you land prone. You've made it. All you could see from your
Okay, I'm
angle.
happy with that.
What you could see from your angle,
You're back
obviously the
on the
entrance hole of the
basket.
balloon where the flame would go up. So he could see that. So he's basically Misty stepping to that. There's no flame on, so you're safe, but you're still dropping 5 foot to the basket floor.
So has Harold just been left?
Harold is now
die?
plummeting towards the.
Okay.
I'm still off the basket now.
So you might have had to do something.
Is that a 13 or an 18?
I'm saving myself.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so you kind of like you Misty step into the lip of the balloon. As you get there, you kind of like instinctively grab it with your hand and then just drop yourself onto the basket, and you land there next to Gorn. Gorn looks at you in shock, I'm assuming. What the fuck?
Because it was all his fault. He could have definitely prepared us more for this.
Harold? Oh, it was just you that. Oh.
Okay, if that's your go, end it.
I love that there's still a harpy here that's going to
Sideways,
just sing and
real
kill us all
quick.
again.
Real
Okay.
quick.
So,
You wanted me in my turn, so can you?
no, you've done it, you've done it.
No.
Harpy is here, and that sees Arison's basically dropping and plummeting as well as Harold,
You
and
fuck
it
off.
swoops past them both.
Yes!
And goes for an attack
I mean,
on
oh,
the
no.
two in the basket.
Oh,
So
no,
that is
again?
going claws, multi-attack,
One
and
inch.
that swoops with both claws as it swoops past, trying to hit both of you.
Okay.
And we're going. So right one is going to Saber, what's your AC?
I believe it's.
Better than that, so it doesn't matter. This is the first one.
I bet this one's going to hit me.
And this one's
Don't
on
worry.
Gordy.
Hey,
Oh,
that
That
is.
hits. So that
Fuck's
it
sake.
swings past it, misses Saber, and
My
it
health
connects
is not
on
good.
Gordy.
I'm the only one that's taken damage this.
And your healer's falling from the
Yeah,
sky.
it's not
The
great.
other two are
4
falling down.
damage, Bill.
Have you got a
Right.
potion?
No,
Oh, you're
No.
fucked, mate.
no, it's not great, mate.
Okay,
It's not
so
great.
that as that swoops past you, it flies past and gets its distance from you.
Yeah.
Okay, that Harpies go. Harold is plummeting towards certain death. That didn't go on. Harrison, you wanted to try and hold on to the bone.
So, obviously I rolled a 19 for the wisdom check, so as I'm kind of falling off, I feel like I would have come to.
Yes.
So as I'm coming to, I basically just realise I'm going off. I'm going to wild shape into a spider. Basically grapple onto the basket as I'm falling.
Okay.
See Harold down, shoot a web.
Oh, giant spider.
Yeah, giant spider.
Okay,
Not
alright,
baby spider.
right.
Yeah, sorry.
I like
Shoot the web,
Yep.
which can go 60 foot,
Okay.
to basically grapple onto Harold.
Okay.
What a
And-
play.
Roll. Roll me a
That is a play.
spider dexterity.
That is a fucking play.
Let me change you to giant spider.
Oh my god. Joe, this could be groundbreaking.
Until the roll, mate. Dexterity is +3.
Come on, come on, come on.
Wait.
Inspiration.
What is that for, though? Yeah,
Grab onto the basket.
It's not exactly a combat thing, is it?
Yes.
So any roll in combat.
Elliot's like, can you see the combat tracker?
Okay, this is Ashtara, fellas. This is no longer a pleasant experience of a forgiving experience. So,
Wait, what
as
is
you turn
so
into this
what's
spider-
the roll for?
this is to grab onto the basket.
But I have wall climb, whatever it's called, so I can just hold on to walls as a spider.
In that case, I'm going to give you the opportunity to roll with advantage on
So
that
you've got
roll,
another
so you can
roll.
roll it once more. And if
Oh,
it's better
fucking
than
Joe.
4 then grand. If not, then you're done.
Oh,
Yes.
thank God.
Okay, so
Oh my God.
it goes to kind of
I
this
like
spider
the gift of the
goes.
gap.
Yeah.
The
Joe can
spider
genuinely
goes
bullshit
to,
his way through
The
things.
spider goes to grab the basket, and the first 4 legs miss it, but it quickly reconnect. Like as it falls down sideways, it catches it with the other 4 legs and sticks to the its legs to the bottom of the
now
basket.
you've
And
got
what
to
does
try
it do
and web
with
sling.
its backside?
So then it basically just
Yes.
a little twerk.
Oh.
And then fires out the web. And then basically using the back legs to obviously grab hold of that web as it hits Harold. to
Right.
hold him
Okay.
there.
So have we got to roll anything for this? You got to use anything?
Yeah, well,
ability?
what's it called?
Right, you've got
A web,
You've got
yeah, so I get a +5 to hit. So what am I aiming for here?
Yeah, you aim
That's
for
meta,
Harold.
Joe. That's meta.
Yeah, you aim for Harold. Roll it, Daddy. We'll
Yeah.
see if it gets him.
16.
That's looking good.
So, how does this look? So the spider latches onto the basket, kind of
Yeah.
spins around, it twerks its arse
So
backwards.
it's kind of like, the 2 legs grab under and almost kind of swing as a monkey would from a tree
Okay,
branch.
weirdest spider flex.
And
I've
then
ever
you
heard.
see all these loads of eyes lock on.
Yeah, yeah.
And then as you swing, you're just going to whip your butt out,
Yeah.
shoot the web. Nice. Long, strong web.
Right,
And
okay. So,
hopefully it hits him.
strong web shoots towards Harold. Harold's kind of like plummeting face first. He doesn't realise, doesn't see any of this going on, and then just you just see like this web kind of like latch onto and around Harold's big rotund belly, and just he's caught out of midair, and and you're kind of like feeling the weight of it, but you're a strong big spider, so you manage to hold on to Harold.
Perfect.
Okay, what's the play now?
God damn.
Blah, 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 that's an action.
You
I
should
don't
add
think
that to
you
your
get
deck
a
as well.
bonus. Can I use like a bonus action to just start reeling the reel in?
I'd say the bonus action. Wait, you used the bonus action for the wild shape, no?
Yes,
yeah,
I
true.
did.
Yeah.
So then I would just start to climb back into the basket.
Okay, so you start climbing back in.
Make sure to not put in any strain on the web.
and you're kind of winching him up.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, if that's your go, end it.
Jesus Christ. That's more now. Where's that other
He's-
Harpy?
You might have to walk around and find it.
I think he's over
Be
here.
careful you don't use up all your movement, man.
There we go. Spotted him.
That's a big
Target acquired. So like knowing that, Gordon's just like baffled by the fact that Arison's fallen off, and all of a sudden that's massive. As he's gone out, Gordon's just gone like a really high pitch, and then he's kind of just twigged because he's seen he's like, oh,
Arison,
Arison,
the giant spider.
Arison went off. You know, he's like. Druid,
You see the gormless
yeah.
Arison look in the spider's eyes.
Nice long, nobody time. So then, knowing that, he's like, oh, we need to kind of confirm our safety, and is going for this other harpy.
Yep.
And he's going to do a bosh.
Oh, nice.
Big bosher.
Come on.
That's 7 damage on the first one. And then
Come on. Oy.
that's a hit from. I'm assuming it's a hit again with the 11.
11, yep.
Come on. Get him. Get him, Denny.
So that's 21 damage on him, basically.
He's a dead boy.
How do you want to do
Yeah.
He just twirls the staff, and it's just like, just 2 darts straight through, and it just clips both wings.
Ooh! And it just
Clean off, and it's just like.
So Gorn leans over and just shoots out 2 bolts of this purple crackling energy, and as this harpy's kind of trying to back up, it just puts 2 massive holes through both wings, and it just kind of like, you just see as that happens, you see the harpy kind of like in shock, just his eyes roll back, and it just drops clean down.
There we go.
And that is
Goddamn.
combat, boys.
Goddamn.
Right, let's end that combat. Very good job.
Jesus.
I'm going
That was
to instantly
intense.
start reeling him in.
Gordon kind of just slumps down against the edge of the basket where he's just taken an absolute beating. He's just got blood all over him. His shoulders just in absolute bits.
Okay, so Harold is dangling from this web, and he's like that. I count that's being the last harpy. Pull me up, fellas. Okay, what is everyone thinking? What's Saber thinking? What's Gorn doing? What's happening?
Gordon's currently just trying to catch his breath back, and he's been through the wars. That's one of the battles that he's kind of taken a fair beating.
Yeah.
And also he's kind of just dawned on him. He's like, Saber, pull the fire lever quick.
Just gonna go right over and
Just a little.
Cool. Okay, and as you do that,
you're
seeing the basket start to come back up. And good that he did point that out, because you're seeing that you're quite deep in these canyons now, and you're still moving towards canyon rock wall. So you start to come back up in the air. What is Arison doing in this form of a spider?
Quickly reeling Thema will be in.
Harold, your
Getting
boy.
him back on board, basically.
He might have a few choice words for Saber.
Okay, so you're reeling them up, yeah. Okay, so you're
Quick
reeling them
legs.
up. And as you're like reeling them up like this, you just see kind of like a back come up over the side of the thing, and just kind of getting pulled backwards. As he gets pulled over, you just see a big moustache and like a grimacing face, like you hear his back all clicking on the thing, and he just falls into the basket. Boom.
Also, has he clocked the fact that it's a massive fucking spider? It's
Yeah.
grabbed him.
At that point, Arison's literally going to crawl over and just look down at his face.
He looks up and goes, "That was a bigger spider than last time." Okay.
Oh, did you show him? You showed him.
Yeah,
the
I changed it to the little
Very
spider.
good,
Got
small
that.
spider. Okay, so what is what is everyone doing? Is Arison staying in one?
Dropping form now.
Dropping form. Okay, let me do
Um,
that. You've got experience, by the way. But
Oh,
tell me what
baby,
Arison is
yes.
saying whilst this is going on.
So as soon as he drops form, big.
His magic missiles. Are
He sees Gorn kind of pinned up against the side, looking exhausted. So as soon as he gets back into his humanoid form,
He's back.
he's going to walk up.
So he turns. So Arison just drops form. You just see all the legs kind of like pop back into themselves until there's just like a lump of a spider torso on the floor of the basket, and it kind of as its mouth opens, you just see Harrison's head come out and
Oh,
it just turns back into the Harrison we all know and love.
good
I
lord.
like that. That's good.
Okay, so
I'm going to just
Harold's
walk
just
up
looking at
to
him like
Gorn.
in a little bit of disgust, but also like
You might get used to it. You might not.
he said, "Told you fellas, there's worse ways to leave this world than this."
I fucking hate you so
He's like, "Point taken." By the way,
Gut to Gorn, grab his hand, cure wounds.
Oh.
okay,
Gordon's gonna kind of like laugh a little bit and just like, he's like, "Oh, you had me scared for a second there, Harrison. Caught me off guard. I'm glad."
You always trust me.
Kind of like looking around, he's like, "I'm glad to have you all back aboard."
Harold goes, "Glad to be back."
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Get us out of there. Gordon's a bit like,
As he's doing that, he stands up, he starts pulling the controls and
If
stuff.
that's such a common occurrence, why the fuck do you fly these things?
He says, "Well, we usually give him the pig." And turns his back on you. And
every time as the flat response, just letting him know he's
He was like, "You son of a
How much-
bitch.
I gave him the
You
fucking
got me,
pig.
you got me there." Okay, so he turns his back and he's looking to the direction of where we're going, and he's putting some serious
Love
throttle
that.
in there to get out of there.
Can
okay,
I
yes.
apply that?
You should be able to
Yeah.
right click.
Apply
Oh,
healing. Oh bosh, look at that.
Nice.
How far away are we from?
We've only just set off. Literally had just set off, I think.
He's like,
How many hours do you reckon it's
He's-
going to take?
he's like, well, if the map serves me right, and he goes to reach down into his boot and realises he's not got one on. He's like, "Fuck, the map. Where's me boot?"
Have you still got it? What did you do with the
Let me
boat?
check. Oh, yeah.
Is it
I would've
is
dropped
it on the floor?
No,
in
wait,
the-
because I had it in my hand and then I went straight into
still
trance mode.
You'd still, I'd say that was
Would it be on the floor
on
of
the floor
basket?
of the basket
Cool.
where you dropped
So then
it.
I'll quickly go and pick it up,
And he goes,
reach into his boot.
as you reach in, you pull out a little kind of basic map. A
Oh,
little basic map of
that
Ashtara.
rule.
You're seeing a few crosses and dots on it, and he says, he's following it with his finger.
That's wicked.
He says, I reckon we'll be there in about another 20 minutes if the winds are kind.
Whereabouts is it near?
And he points out on the map. We're coming from Everburn, and it is kind of like up in this area. Not too far. It's only a slight thing. This is
It's
like
a
a
short
very
journey.
basic map, but from he can read into it and see the canyon patterns and stuff. And Everburn really is like here rather than all of this, but it's like a little bit over here.
Yeah.
We're still very far from Bhutan,
Okay.
but it's in that kind of top left of Bhutan sort of areas where we're going.
Sweet.
But
Cool.
yeah, it's only from looking at this map, you guys would only really be able to see the basic areas, the key
Broad
things, the
strokes of it.
landmarks. Yeah,
Yeah.
whereas he obviously knows this place like the back of his
Yeah.
house. He can read all the canyons, like
Sweet.
he knows this stuff. He's basically the equivalent of like a London cabbie, which just knows every road and back
Yeah.
alley and
Right.
like on the back of his hand.
Every
So-
wind.
Oh yes. So yeah, he gets the map and he's like, and he reads it out. He's like, rolls it back up. There, hands it to Harrison. He said, "Yep, we should be. I haven't got my right shoe anymore, so you can keep that. Hold that for now." He
There's
says,
your boot.
he grabs it and he just throws it over the side. Bad luck to put on a fallen shoe.
Right, okay, understood.
Oh shit, my wallet was in there too.
Oh. It's got what's a wallet?
My coin purse. Okay, so he.
Oh god.
He turns back and he starts pulling on the levers to get some more altitude and pass over the canyons. What are we all doing while this is going on?
Oh, that was an experience.
Yeah, you're telling me. Oh, you nearly had my shoulder off.
Are you ready? If he's saying it's not long before we touch the surface, are you ready for this?
After a little rest, I'm sure I will be.
And so what?
I mean,
Can we do a short rest? We can.
For sure, in this situation.
I kind of just say to the others, I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of taken it out of me. I think.
I will cast Arcane Recovery during this time.
Gordon just kind of just leans back and he's kind of just like, oh,
Well, I haven't got a scratch on me.
must be fucking nice. I need some fucking new clothes after this.
After he sees that, Harrison's just going to walk up to his clothes and start casting mental all over, trying to fix the little bits.
Gordon doesn't even notice because he's kind of just drifted off.
He's going to wake up in a fresh pair of
Yeah, he's going to be absolutely fresh.
What I meant by this, Harrison, is are you ready mentally to face, the obvious demons ahead?
Honestly, I don't think I've been mentally prepared for any of this.
Agreed.
But I think so. With you guys around, I think we can pretty much do anything.
Well, I don't know. That went pretty.
Hey, we're still here.
And
we all fell off, apart from Gorm.
Yeah, I was the only one that fucking stayed on.
True.
Sticky feet.
Yeah, he kind of hears a bit of a conversation again. He's like, I also didn't choose to kind of misty step off.
That was a weird choice, I must
I mean,
say.
I was trying to save that idiot.
There's like another little cough.
Could have definitely.
He kind of looked over his shoulder.
Just glad to be part of it all.
That definitely could have prepared us for more than what was out there.
Harold just loves the adventure. He loves the story.
He's a man of.
Harold, do you have more of those earpieces?
What?
Do you have more of those earpieces?
Oh yeah, why didn't you ask? And he reaches into his left boot and pulls out a load of them.
Same as
He's got so much.
same as fucking
Straight in.
thieving at this
Back in
point.
Put them back in his boot.
I don't know if they're working.
Huh?
What?
What?
Are you talking?
Huh?
I don't think they're working very
Do a
well.
spider again.
What?
Never mind.
I'll take them out. I don't think they're very good.
Cool. Okay. With that, I want Saber to roll a little perception roll with advantage for me.
Okay.
Because we're real high.
Can you let me know when like 10-15 minutes has passed? Just because Gordon's kind of a little bit out of it.
Well, that was lucky. +1 on my perception, so that's an 18.
18. Nice. So, in the distance, from looking at the map in the direction we're going, you can kind of tell kind of whereabouts you are, and you can see very, very far in the distance, like almost surprising that you could see it. You see a few things flying in the air. At first you think, oh fuck, the Harpies are back. And then you know, as you kind of done and you look, you see, no, they're far too big to be Harpies. You see 2 wyverns distant in the distance, and you can see that they're all saddled up, and there's a little person sat on the back of each of them. And as they kind of fly over, you see beneath them is just rows and rows and rows. It could be, you hazard a guess at 800 men marching, and this looks like the direction from looking at the map and then knowing the way that you're going. This looks like this is coming from Bhutan, the capital city. There's an army marching.
Which way are they marching? No,
but they're kind of just from you can just tell. You can't tell exactly where they're going, but you can just see that the direction they're coming from was Bhutan.
Could I see this as well?
Only Harrison's, only Saber's noticed this at the moment.
Cool.
Hey,
Suppose I'm still fixing up your shit.
Hey,
yeah, I'm
Harold,
kind of sleeping.
clothes.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yes, lad."
You come over here a second.
He goes, "Hold on." He wraps it up, and so the throttle is constantly going, and the rope is like tied off, and he comes over.
That direction is Bhutan, right?
He says, "Yes, lad. Yep."
Is that that's obviously the capital of Ashtara?
Well, as capital as Ashtara gets, yeah, that's the place.
And I'm guessing that's where the Karzans.
Yes, yeah, that's where Kadar works out of.
What need would he have to march an army this way towards Everburn?
Why do you ask?
And I'm going to point in the direction of the mass.
As you point at it, you look at the march again, And with that, you kind of hear your hearing kind of starts to dissipate. And Harold, as he's talking about, oh yeah, well actually, no. And you just hear, remember.
Oh,
With
fuck.
that, your vision starts to black out, and you awake again. And you are in this warm homestead, and you're looking out of a window. So through a rain-speckled window, you look out and you see on top of you're atop of like a hill, like a hilled kind of town, and you see soldiers marching out some grand wooden gates and off into the distance on like a really grey, horrible sort of day. So you're just seeing like rows and rows of people, of soldiers, just steel, swords, shields, and you're just hearing marches.
What kind of armour are they wearing? Is it?
You're seeing that this is kind of what you recognise from previous places. Like this is West Home armour. So you're seeing like they basically look like souped up version of the Renvalen Guard, like more well armed. You can see that these are ready for war. So they as you're watching them, they vanish off into like the grey valley below, and you can see like their red banners kind of rippling in the air, and the sound of their armour clattering all in unison, and that just disperses off into the distance. And you can just hear like a fire crackling behind you softly. You're seeing that you've got two small little fleshy hands, very young hands, touching the glass as you're looking out. This glass is like steamed up, and Saber kind of like feels a sensation of cold on his fingertips, and it almost sparks like, oh wow, like I haven't felt that for a long time. The feeling of cold sensations on your body, and you just smell, and Saber also kind of remembers what it's like to smell again, and you can smell the scent of like thyme and simmering broth kind of like clinging to the air. Right? So for just a moment, Saber remembers what it's like to smell a smell again. It's almost like a complete foreign thing to him at this point. And then you hear a voice, a warm, soft voice, say, "The war will be over soon, son. It's in good hands." And you turn around and you see in the kitchen like an amber glow coming from like the fire and the oven and stuff like that. And you see a woman with brunette hair tied back, sleeves rolled up. It's like flour dusted on the sleeves and that. And you see her rolling like a little pile of dough. You can see like a dagger loosely hanging from her hip. So you see that this is a person that's always prepared, like a strong woman, but wrapped in like a package of motherly love. You can tell from this, and she kind of turns with a pot of stew, and for a moment, Saber kind of feels like this overwhelming fear and anxiety when he was looking out the window just kind of like soften and go away as this woman walks over to you with this food and sits by you, and she says, "This war will be over soon, son. The Warforged can't do this forever." And then with that, you awake again, and you're looking over the balloon, and you're hearing Harold. Yeah, so basically, yeah, they could be going anywhere. Who knows? There's even word that they want to be heading out to West Home. He's getting a bit ambitious, his old Kedar. So they've been building an armada for a long time, and it's nearing completion. So I've heard there's whispers that they're going that way, but you didn't hear that from me. Anyway, let's get back to it. Unwraps the rope again and starts burning the fire.
I'm just gonna, Saber's just gonna take this moment to just lean over the thing, lean over the side of the balloon basket, and just rest his arms and just reminisce with that flashback he's just had, or the flashback that he assumes Ejimir has kind of bestowed upon him. Like that's kind of the voice that he heard before, right? Saying remember.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna watch the dragons and like
The
fly
wyverns.
the wyverns. Sorry,
Yeah.
he's just gonna watch the wyverns sort of and like fly around, obviously the top of the army, and just watch the army march and just.
Arison and Gorn, roll me a perception.
Have I kind of stirred now? It's been about 10
I would
minutes.
say, yeah, I would say. Saber's
It's a
out.
natural
Harold's
20.
Oh,
Or a 20.
and then I got that one. I'm not fully stirred
been...
yet.
Okay, you're still asleep. Arison would have seen clear as day
Just hear from God.
that Saber has had another flashback. He's seen it before, and he's noticed like that is what was going on whilst Harold was chatting his ears off. You could see the green glowing eyes was simmered, and you could see that he was out of it. So you would know that he just had one of those flashbacks from previous experience.
Okay, from Arison learning about understanding people's feelings and stuff, I would probably look at what he's doing, and as he's taking himself off to the side of the side of the basket to kind of have him time. I'm just not going to say anything, just leave him to it.
You're not saying anything to
No,
say.
not for the moment, anyway.
What's Saber doing or thinking right now?
I think Saber's feeling, as much as he can, a bit emotional, because it's obviously been a fairly long time that he's been in this Warforged body, and like you say, he can't smell, he can't really feel anything, and having these flashbacks, as kind of Saber as hard-bodied and hard-minded as it is within this form, he's feeling a little setback because obviously from the experiences he's had, he's been shown his life beforehand, and he's feeling a little sodden because he's having memories of what he can feel, what he can touch, you know.
What's been taken from him?
What's been taken from him, and he's just set back a little bit. So he's just going to take this time to take in what's in front of him for now.
Okay, so everything else that you're seeing is just canyons, dunes, and you can see kind of in the distance direction you're going, you're seeing a large canyon area, and it's kind of like, almost looks spherical. It's obviously going to be a half sphere, with multiple canyon entrances on the way into it. And you can see that this balloon is heading directly that way.
Gordon kind of just stirs and he's just like, are we there yet?
Harold's like, I can see it, almost there. We're going to have to get a little past it for safety, but we'll be there, I reckon. We'll be touching down in 5 or 10 minutes.
Gordon kind of like looks at his shoulder, expecting to see like the massive rip, and he's like kind of a bit surprised about the fresh thread. He's like, catches Arison's eye, and he just does a little. Just because he knows, like, out of all the party, like, he's the only one that can really do that.
This boy's mental.
Kind of just shows his appreciation with a little kind of like subtle nod.
Okay. I would say that you notice Saber looking or seeming quite reserved right now.
So still like keeping on the minimal, like talking, like he kind of like looks at Arison, looks at Saber, and looks back at Arison, kind of just trying to gauge the situation.
I'm just going to send... how close am I to Saber? Not very.
You're 5 foot away.
Just gonna walk up to this edge.
What edge?
I did move it. Now I'm 2 people apparently.
Right, I got you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just kind of point at Gordon and say, I believe he's had a flashback.
Well, you.
That's like message,
You're
so it's
messaging.
like a whisper. So
Okay. And this is something that he can reply to.
Yes.
As he says that, he's kind of like Gordon's eyes wide, and he's like, oh, yes, I can imagine that's not maybe the most pleasant experience at times, and that's all it'll kind of sound.
Saber, roll me a perception check.
Oh shit!
There's a whisper. It's fucking windy. There's flames.
He got that 20.
Yeah, do it.
With disadvantage.
You, as you're kind of like collecting yourself, you just see in the background them kind of walking weirdly away from you, and you see Arison just drop a little point.
I'm just, I'm leaning up against the thing and I'm just like that. Just wipe my face and then just stand up and go over to him. Guys, did you see the armies marching over there?
Oh, I've only just woken up, really.
Oh.
Army? Wait, hang on. Armies? March?
Harold said something. Harold, what did you say about the armies? Where were they marching to, sorry?
He goes, what?
I knew that was coming as well.
He does the same thing. Oh. Where did you say the armies were marching to?
Oh, could be anywhere. Could be anywhere. Might. I mean, I suppose could even be going Everburn or just the coast, since the sightings of the Kraken that would have reached Kadar by now.
Was it?
Is a man that suspicious to send a whole army over something?
Oh, he's got enough to spare. So.
What? So that wasn't even the whole
Oh
army?
no.
Oh.
No, not at all. No, he has more than 2 wyverns in his fleet. That's for sure.
Shit.
Yeah, that'll just be a patrol, really. I mean, the man's got. I shouldn't really say, but I told Steve earlier. The man's got ambitions of going over into what's your continent, West Home.
Oh.
He thinks that the people there are soft as anything, and twice as daft.
He could be right. I'm from there.
Yeah, he's onto something then.
What's your view on
And
it?
they think it's all propaganda, but I think it's true maybe now.
Oh, no, but what's your take on it? Supportive of this plan?
Well, it's definitely a nicer
Yeah.
place. So,
What
did you say?
Sorry.
What did you say?
Just saying it's windy.
Oh, windy one, yeah. Yeah, no, I don't know. The place is a bit barren. We've gone through a few famines here. What's going on over there?
The fact I didn't know it was coming up to my ear. Shit me up.
So he says, Harold kind of explains that, like, one of the big motivations for this is that Ashtara's unstable, desolate, barren, there's constant famines, it's dangerous,
Well,
and
it's got the debt as well. That's to
that's
Ashtara, isn't it?
unstable, yeah, that is it's the Ashtaran debt. So it's like kind of seen as a cursed wasteland, a lot of it. There are nice parts of it and cities of it, but it's really only nice for the rich, the very rich,
Right.
and the powerful. So it's quite easy to get the masses on side to be an invading force on a much nicer,
God.
fruitful land.
Jesus.
And as he's explaining that, he said, well, back to it. And turns around.
Oh dear. I mean, that doesn't bode well for Ren Valen. I mean,
He's not going to be able to hear us whispering. No.
He's got his plugs back in.
Super.
I don't understand how a man can have control of his whole continent and then want to take over even more.
well, I mean, I feel like once you get a certain amount of power, you don't really see a limit. I mean, the bit that worries me is that Falk the Red. Falk
Yes.
Falk the Red. Falk the Red. He just had one wyvern in his pit, and that seemed to.
Guys, Harold can't hear you, but the mic might also not be able to hear you. So.
Stage risk.
What I said was.
I repeated myself.
Falk the Red had only one wyvern, and he seemed to gain a lot of power just from that alone, and that was just in an arena. Who knows what an army could bring?
Well, I think we have another job to add to our list of dealing with that armada before we leave.
How many,
Yes.
looking on my perception of the mass of that army, how many kind of like soldiers did it look like?
Around 800.
800, I think.
800,
Yeah.
around about 800.
And he said that wasn't even remotely near like all of his people either.
From what
like
you
Harold
saw
said.
in your flashback, you probably saw about 150 men walking out those gates, and that was enough to hear them miles away as they were clattering into the distance. There's a large,
800.
there's a huge
yeah,
army,
really.
800 men with 2 wyverns saddled that you saw. That's what you saw marching towards the coast.
A little bit scary, isn't it?
It's something we definitely have to raise when we're back home.
So you would have pieced together from what Harold
Sure.
said to you about they just recently raised their armadas and their ships basically after working on them. You would have pieced together that armada ship that you saw got taken up by the Kraken, like it was nothing, was one of their ships.
Okay.
Oh,
So
fuck.
they've got fleets of them.
Fleets.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I
To move the
wonder-
armies over.
I mean, I wonder if the Kraken would kind of get involved again. That might stop them from crossing the sea. But
Well, if it stops them, it stops
It
us.
sounds like
But we're not trying
from
to-
the talk of
we're not trying to invade Ashtara.
I don't think it matters.
From the talk of
I
the
don't think
Ashtarans, though, they said that the Kraken was a very, very rare thing to have.
Maybe it sticks around for a while once it does surface, though.
Well, as soon as we
Not
can
sure.
travel, everyone else can travel.
True. True.
So I think we can delay their armada until we can get news to
Get back to the city. I mean, we're not.
royals.
Well, we're not exactly their most.
Well,
popular
they don't
people.
know that.
Well, I'm not exactly.
Yes, maybe
Yes.
not you,
Yes.
but I'm innocent.
Who's got Grom?
I still do, I believe.
I take him out of Gorn's
I'm like,
thing. He's gonna wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put him.
Grom, the pocket oracle toad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one and only.
Oh yes.
Once again, fans,
The
we
OG.
have a
Yeah.
pocket
What a
oracle
view.
toad.
Yeah.
I place Grom on the.
Well, hold on. Let me get Grom's artwork up. We need to see Grom.
No Russian.
We need it. He needs
No
to get
Russian.
He needs to get his due diligence.
Full
There's the
access.
lad. So he's kind of in your hand. He's kind of like
My
just
boy.
looking at you.
My boy.
I hold Grom like this on like the side of the balloon, like kind of thing.
Kind of see as you pull him out. He kind of
Side of the balloon.
I got him.
he looks at you and he kind of looks over your shoulder and you see him and for a second you kind of see like a since the sunken library when he gained his oracle powers after all of that information was shot into his head, he's been like kind of hollow-eyed, just looking off into the distance constantly. As Arison holds him out by the balloon here and he's kind of like now got Gorn over his shoulder, you just see for a minute just a look in its eye of recognition as he looks at you, Gorn,
Mhm.
just for a moment, and then it just fades again.
Oh.
Goes back to the fade.
Grom, are you in there? Do I notice that?
Roll me a Persepi, see if you did notice it.
I don't want to roll that one again because that was a nat 20. So.
Why don't you want to roll it then?
I was going to say, get all the 20s you can, fella. Oh, I thought you nearly got another 20.
15.
15. So I'd say you'd notice his eyes kind of shifting, and you'd be like, "What is this thing doing?" And that's different. But you would know that was what that was.
Did I clock it? Okay.
Grom,
Fine.
you in there?
And he says, "I don't understand that question."
I feel like you may have just wasted a question also.
This is like the free genie.
Speak to dead. That was one question.
Grom, is there any known way of summoning the Great Kraken?
Oh, what question? He says, "The only ways recorded that I know of was via the old gods. No other ways."
He said that the old gods were all dead.
Do you
Most
know
of them
what
are
the
gone.
old gods used to summon it? Was it magic or was it something more physical?
Says, "There were many reports, many different answers, never a solid, conclusive answer."
Did you say all of them were dead? Sorry. All of the old gods.
Grom previously
Yeah, he said they were
All
gone.
of them were dead.
Yeah,
Sweet.
that's how I'm.
Can you tell me what reports or estimates were made
Of what?
to summon the Kraken?
You say ranged from magic rituals lightning strikes, grand drums on the ocean's floor. But who's to say what was correct? And he's out. Ron falls asleep in your hands.
Oh.
His little legs flapping in the wind.
I'm gonna cover him up and
I'm just like,
give him back to
put
Gordon.
him back under the hood again.
Yeah, okay.
Let him have another little nap.
Snooze.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that's Grom out.
I look overboard and just kind of see whether we're any nearer to that place that Harold.
So
said
you're
about
seeing that
earlier.
we're kind of like the wind's kind of taken us around it now. We're
Mhm.
kind of going onto like the western side of it. But you're noticing that the flame is dying down and we're slowly descending.
Okay. Cool.
I'm just going to sit in the corner, or Harrison's going to sit in the corner and just start to rest up a little bit.
Yeah, Gordon's just kind of checking all of his supplies, checking all of his armour, just getting ready for what's ahead, I guess.
Eat a few nuts.
Harrison, I would say roll a little Persepi for me, please. Wait, where are you? Are you sitting on the floor?
Yeah.
With advantage. Thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
What was that? One of them.
11 and a 1, so 17.
18. You notice a little folded up bit of paper in the corner where the boot fell initially.
I'm just going to slightly grab it. Open it up.
It says, like in like rushed handwriting, it says, this lot want to take a detour, so they want to stop off first at the old tree canyon. Make sure that you obviously don't get too close. That's what the note says.
Don't get too close. Okay. Oh, as I'm like looking over, have I noticed that Priyanka and Bartingus' balloon is that anywhere near?
You can't see him. You haven't seen him this whole time.
I was thinking that actually.
Do I notice?
Shit.
Can I tell whose the handwriting is?
It's just scruffy handwriting. It's in ink. It's been a bit smeared, and
It's been sweat on because it's in his
a bit
boot.
sweaty. And it's in the boot.
Gorn just kind of come to the realisation, and he just turns to the others and he's like, what happened to the other balloon? Kind of like nudges like Harold's shoulder,
Yeah.
and he's just like, the other balloon.
You like oh yeah, they'll be meeting us here. I wrote them a note.
Oh, okay.
And
Did they also have a pig?
oh yeah, they had a pig. Yeah, they had a pig.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote them a note.
They knew what to do with the pig, right?
I'm sure Priya used it correctly.
Yeah, I wrote them a note telling them that we wanted to go here.
Gorn legit laughed at that little dig. He's like a little bit surprised and also slightly proud of Harrison for like committing a dig.
This is first fucking captainship.
He's like, so they should be meeting us. They should be meeting us here. It's fine.
What do you know about this place?
It's the old the tree canyon they call it. With a great big bloody dead
Are
tree.
you going to come with us when we go down there?
God no.
Why?
I don't want to get killed by orcs. That's none of my business. I got to stay with the.
Oh
balloon.
yeah, this is orc territory.
Okay.
True.
Why would you want me there?
No, I don't.
You've
Yeah,
saved
just
my,
a letter here and.
What?
I just read it. Just checking you're all good.
Oh fuck! I didn't give it to him.
Oh.
Where was that?
In your boot.
This is the note.
Right.
I forgot.
Well, Priya knew where we were coming,
I
right?
put it in my boot and forgot.
Priya did know, but
I almost forgot the coin purse was in there as
the
well.
other pilot,
But she would have said.
didn't necessarily know.
Did she have a map to point out like you have the map to point out?
No, we have one map. I have the map.
They're in a pickle, eh? So that they're going to be going straight to the original destination then.
Oh no, because we told Priya.
But then
We had a
she
conversation.
can't
The
point
pilot
out.
didn't know where it is.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't give
Fuck.
my note.
Fuck.
Surely Bartingus will have something
Well,
to say.
hopefully Oh, he
Bart saw the map, so
did
potentially.
see it, but no. Well, some offence to the guy. Can we rely on?
No.
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 Did he have any sort of recognition when you pointed where you wanted to go?
No.
I
Well,
wouldn't bank on that then.
How long have you been running this business?
Oh, we just had the 20th year anniversary not long ago, so it's been a hell of a ride.
How many pigs have you gone through?
that's
Probably
not
don't
answer.
wanna
No,
go.
we don't have to know.
No.
First
No.
pig today was the first
that's
casualty,
poor fellow.
and it's Saber's fault.
Yeah, I did.
Excuse me?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
This-
everything
Give me the plugs, give me the plugs, give me-
everything we distinguish right now is this guy's fault.
Well, I don't know about that. I didn't throw the pig overboard.
You forgot to give them the note.
And then you jumped
He's
off of
got
the
a
balloon
point.
for whatever reason. I saw that. I was in a bit of a panic.
That's a good
when I
point.
saw that.
I'm just gonna sit on the
Just
side.
kind of like smugly looking at the guys like.
Slowly pull out my nut.
He knows he's on the wind up. He's like that.
Just
Raising his hand over. Oh,
dig up
but
the
we were
pig.
closer than we were.
Dig up the pig. He's like, not at the snack show stage yet, got ya.
So as that happens, you kind of see him kind of look past you in the distance and kind of like, oh shit! And remember that we're actually just standing. And we slowly come to a stop, and we hit the ground. Oh, close save.
I don't know how you survived 20 years.
Well, you pulled me back up, didn't you? With a web.
Not for 20 years straight, I didn't know.
Well, I haven't fallen off that time.
Touche.
I'm gonna instantly open the. Is there a little gate?
Like the climb over.
I climb over the thing. I'm like, if they turn up, I'm getting in their balloon on the way back.
I don't
Didn't
think
want you in it
understand
anyway.
weight.
He's done him!
I think that's got to take some damage there. 1d4 emotional damage.
He just cast vicious mockery.
They was like, you son of a bitch. He's done me again.
We're going to come back, he's going to be dead. We all know that now.
That's for sure.
Guys, I'm just gonna pop off for him.
You're gonna get like an orc blade, impale him with it, and be like, oh, let's kill him.
Okay, so as we land, he says, how long are you guys gonna be, do you reckon?
I'm just standing kind of outside the basket,
I mean,
and I hear that question, and I'm gonna turn and just ignore it, and just say, "Hey Harold, just out of curiosity, why haven't the Carsons killed all the orcs?"
Well, they keep themselves to themselves. The Carsons only really deal with the cities and the civilized areas. These wastelanded areas they leave to the marauders and the bandits and the savages.
Surely the orcs give a little grief to the rest of the
They keep-
Ashtara, no?
Well, there's a lot of orcs which go about their day and they're good citizens. There's even a few in the army itself. But yeah, these ones they basically don't stray away from this canyon ever. They I don't even know where they hunt for food and nourish themselves because they barely. I can park up here quite safely. Knowing that they're not going to come out.
oh.
So
Do many venture into this area and return safely, or does no one really come around?
I've never known anyone to go into this place.
Anyone?
There's no need. I've never known anyone to go into this place.
I see. Well, I just turned to the others and I'm like, shall we make our way towards the tree?
You don't want to hang around for a short while and see if they catch up?
We could maybe. What kind of time is it in the day right now?
It's probably about around maybe 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah. I kind of just turn and I just say, we were already on a short time scale, even with the others here. We've got the dark shards. And says that bit quieter, so Harold can't hear it. Other business that we need to take care of. Maybe we best get going, and if they turn up, they can catch up. If not, then
What
We'll-
direction do we need
we'll
to
be
head
back
in
on
now?
our way.
That's quite cool.
Just into the canyon towards the tree.
Harold just kind of like points over. You just see there's just this grand kind of canyon bulging out of the ground, and there's just you can see multiple kind of entrances to it. It says that in there. That's what you pointed out. I assume there's nothing else around.
It is a grand tree, isn't it, as well? That we were going towards.
Yeah, that's the tree's in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you want the tree?
We do.
What do you want from the tree? Something to do with this fella? The spider thing? Or?
So,
I mean, it's dead, I think.
something of sorts to the first question, no to the second question.
You're gonna be fucking dead soon.
Was that? The tree's dead. The tree is dead, I think. You'll see it, it looks dead. Yeah.
So you've seen the tree?
I've
From
flown
up in the air, I'd imagine.
What was that?
I said we need to get a move on quickly.
Yes. Let's go.
Sounded way longer than what you...
You're gonna be right here, right?
Oh yes, I won't be going anywhere. I'll keep her nice and inflated, ready for a getaway, but please don't go bring any trouble. But as I say, they probably would have followed you out even if they wanted to.
If the others do show up, maybe keep them here because Priya travelling alone might be dangerous.
You don't want me to send them in if they turn up?
Well, maybe Priya, but not the
Not on her own.
not
The
the,
big fella?
not the fat guy.
Oh, yeah.
Slightly harsh.
Yeah.
You're not too far.
He's
from
watching his
yourself.
weight.
So you say again then? What's that?
Got a cough.
Oh! I didn't think Spellborn could cough.
They can now.
Oh! Wow. You learn something new every day, you know? As I said before, let 1,000 blossoms bloom, you know?
I still don't understand that. And I lived in
I
flowers.
don't get that either. With that, Gorn just starts walking off into the canyon.
Oh, you're going now, are you?
Yeah.
Okay then. Well, I'll keep her warm for you.
I don't even turn back. I just do a little.
Oh, that's a thumbs up. Yep.
How sunny is it out?
Very sunny.
Well, so
Okay,
we're
perfect.
basically in the desert.
Just want to, kind of as I'm walking away, just look above his head, cast great water, and just start a cloud of rain over his head.
Over his head, right, over the balloon.
just over where he's standing, just so it's not pissing down on him.
Okay, so you just
that
get
is savage.
So just what is that? A spell?
That's a
level
spell
one
slot.
Okay, put that in your deck, and he's out there. Yep, I'll keep it warm for you, and you just hear like what is it? 10 gallons?
Yeah.
Just fall directly into the basket. He's like that. What the fuck?
I was about to say, as I'm walking away, I cast Mage Hand, just middle finger towards him.
Yeah, no,
Everyone's abusing him.
He's like that. You just hear. So no one's looking at him, and you just hear, what the fuck? What is that?
That's the best use of a debt point
Oh
ever.
my god. Yeah, here's the thinking why you were the first one to get the fucking debt card. Jesus.
Okay, so you notice that on this, in this canyon,
Yeah.
there is a north entrance, a south entrance, a west entrance, and a southwest entrance. So there's one here, one here, one here, and one here.
Yeah.
This side there is no entrances.
What we thinking, fellas? We probably.
Harrison, what?
What's the one nearest to us?
The one nearest to you now
Yeah.
is the southern entrance.
I kind of just turn to the others. I'm like, do we just
I think
go the most direct route to
I
save
think
time?
we should put our trust in Harrison on this one and tell him. Where does your
Lights
heart?
are on, no one's home.
Where does your heart tell you to go?
I am going to. I would like to. Sorry.
What is
Oh.
he doing right now?
Just I
can't
didn't
even imagine
prepare
what
the.
he's
There we
doing.
go. So I'm going to
Holler aloud and just grabbing a water.
summon beast,
Okay.
and I would just like to hold up my hands.
That would have been useful if you could summon a pig.
Oh, I didn't have it prepped, but on the short rest I prepped. Summon a little bird
Okay.
in my hands.
Yeah. Go on, speak aloud. Just...
And then I'm going to use beast sense ritually. So it's going to take a while, but then I'm basically going to be able to see through this bird's eyes.
Okay.
and then I'm going to just throw it up into the air and let it start to fly ahead.
Okay. Right. So what way are you throwing it? You throwing it just up above the canyon?
Up above, so it can kind of, obviously not high enough that it's going to start standing out, but enough that it's kind of can give us a good direction.
Okay, so you throw it up, and what you sense from it, you see it basically exactly through its eyes.
Yes. And just as I throw it up, I'm going to say, by the way, I can't see or hear anything, so someone's going to have to guide me, but I can talk.
Okay, so
I just grab an interlock.
So you throw this bird up. This bird goes up and over, and you can see that from your direction, there's the southern entrance, there's the southwest entrance, there's the west entrance, and there's the northern entrance. You can see there is like tents, a number of tents all surrounding this giant dead tree, which has some sort of ritualistic markings all on the floor around it. And you see flags that look kind of like war banners. You see drums and those Warforged tank
sabres.
tops.
That's what you get when you have a vaping Warforged.
Vape Nation. Yeah, that.
I hated that.
So yeah, and you see a number of orcs milling about. You maybe counted 3 moving from tent to tent and just doing their business. They looked, as far as orcs go, they look quite slender.
Oh, they're
Slender.
starving. So I'm just going to speak that out to the guys, let them know what I can see.
Okay.
Is there a safer route, or is it just...
You just see the routes that you see. So south, southwest, west, north.
So, based on what you've said, I kind of just say, do we just take the quickest path to the tree?
I think so.
Okay.
Or would you want to do this unnoticed?
I mean, that would be ideal, but I also feel that time is of the essence.
Agreed.
I think we're going to have to be going in there quick. And if that gets messy, then that's kind of how it is on this one.
What is the bird doing right now?
Still fluttering about, isn't it?
Yeah, still kind of hovering, trying to not
it basically
cause too much alert.
It made a beeline straight for the canyon. And then
So I'd say once he's got eyes on the tents and the trees, he would have just started to kind of almost circle, so I can just keep vision of that.
As it circles round, you can see these connecting canyons that you would have to walk through. They have track marks, hoof marks, like wagons and stuff have been pulled in and out for whatever reason. And each one has a little kind of like wooden scaffold tower attached to an old dead tree trunk, which is it's like on a rope pulley. It's like basically like a roadblock to block carts going in.
Yeah.
Not necessarily people on foot though.
Okay. So relay that information
Yeah,
again.
Okay, fine.
So yeah, we just start to walk.
Yeah.
You headed in there?
Start travelling
Yeah.
on over.
Right, okay.
Oh, is he alright?
I realised I poured my drink, but I didn't bring it.
Oh, you fool!
Okay. Right, fellows. That's some good H2O around there. Right, we are going in. So you're walking in, and you're walking into what entrance?
The south, the most direct one, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I'm gonna get the bird to just swoop lower, not close to obviously the little tower bit, but to kind of start eyeing up the path, checking for any sort of traps and things like that, like any wires, cables, any orcs hidden in
So you
bushes
would.
or-
So that bird would fly ahead, and you would see as you're flying down toward that kind of scaffold. Where the heck are my dice?
Don't know.
Call me Kieran Stewart, right? Oh, that's right there. Okay, as you're flying towards that kind of area with the scaffolding, you just kind of, all of a sudden, it goes black.
Oh.
My bird was shot.
Oh
Wait,
no.
what do you mean?
Well, I'm
They're
back
really not
here
liked
now.
in,
It's
They're really not liked in Ashtara, are
no.
they? No.
My bird was shot.
I could see through its eyes, and then it
And then nothing.
pushed me out.
Right.
So.
Is that just due to, I don't know, the range of...
No, it was
I
on its
guess,
way back, checking the path. But,
I guess that means they've got scouts then. Or
well, it was
people
coming
that
on the road, so I imagine there's something hidden that probably didn't want to be spotted, so we need
What?
to be careful.
What,
Okay.
is your bird magical? Will it just dissipate, or
If
Is
I
it-
stop concentrating, yes.
is it...
So
What happens
they'll-
when it's
it was-
killed?
Well, they'll have
Just-
noticed it's vanished then.
Yes.
Well,
That might.
Probably know we're coming.
how knowledgeable are orcs when it comes to magic?
I mean, I have no clue, but I think you could. Even the most basic creature could kind of understand that it's not left a body
So we
behind.
possibly assume that they think that they're not alone down then.
Maybe. Well, we'll have. Oh well. I guess we'll be finding that one out the hard way.
I think the only orc
It's-
I've met was that lady that carried lots of beer, and that was quite impressive. So.
Even worse.
No,
True.
Did we meet the guy in the woods? Not
Oh, that's true. He was also very smart.
Yes.
very suspicious of him.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, that's true.
Very
True.
suspicious.
Maybe he's here.
I think. Well,
Maybe we should drop his name if we get
maybe
stopped.
they'll be looking out for us. So,
Remember It's in my fucking notes. Don't judge.
yeah. Maybe we'll find out if they're alerted to us.
This is on you, Harrison. What do you want to do?
I think we just keep moving forward. Maybe take it slow.
I'm happy to do what you like.
You keep moving forward. As you head past through this canyon, again, this is just a one-way, one road in, one road out canyon.
Yeah.
Filled by these long, kind of like tall walls which just crowd over this. Like the inside of the canyon, it's almost like a flower which is not fully bloomed yet. So it's kind of like it all caves around on itself, and then there's
Yeah.
a hole in the centre. So you're kind of in this part. So there's a lot of kind of like overshadowing right now.
Yeah.
But the bit that you're kind of piercing through is a little bit of open top.
Yeah.
But yeah, the walls are like very, very long and like arching round on you, so it's kind of like cambering in. And as you walk ahead,
Yeah.
you notice, as Harrison described, a scaffold and tower, like it looks kind of like tribally put together, but solid. Wood, old like threadbare rope which is holding it all together, and a rope on like a very, very kind of like rusty old pulley system which is dragged down and tied around the tree trunk, large dead tree trunk which is being used as a roadblock, and this is what you see.
Just refresh that bad boy.
So, as you guys see this, as you guys walk around the winding corner of this
It's not loading for me. So.
this canyon, you see that pulley system, and you notice a kind of like drowsy-looking orc atop
Paused at the moment.
the
Oh no, there we go. It's time to go.
the
Not working for me
scaffold.
for some reason.
Okay. So I'm going to just say, hold fire a minute, and I'm just going to reach down into the sand. I'm assuming it's that sandy floor. Dusty
Yeah,
floor?
yeah, dusty sand.
So
sand
reach
stuff.
into the sand, just kind of go, blow the sand as it comes out, pass without trace.
Oh,
Maybe the wind starts to pick up.
so what does this
cover.
do? Tell me about this.
Basically, gives us a +10 to stealth checks. So it just means we're way more
Gives
stealthy.
you all a +10.
Oh,
to
everyone
yeah.
within
Nice,
30
nice,
to
nice.
me.
Okay, so you just see, as you blow that sand kind of like it kind of settles on the floor, and as that happens, you just see more sand kind of picking up, and kind of you see like little sand. It's like a miniature sandstorm, which kind of takes over and foggies the lower ground to the point where you can crouch through it. Fellas?
I currently can't see anything.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's not loading
I've
up.
refreshed it.
Is yours working, Joe?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not working.
So I'm gonna start.
But from the theatre of the mind, the painting, what do you guys do?
Yeah, so judging from what Arison's just told me, I'm not going to act rashly. I'm just going to kind of keep stealthy. Also, from like kind of Gorn's criminal past, can he kind of have like a little kind of like glance around the location just to see whether he can kind of feel any eyes on him or whether anyone's tailing him?
I would say to roll me a little perception.
I want to get to this right hand side wall, by the way. Oh, get over
15.
to
15.
What is it? There we go.
You got any pluses in your perception?
No, it's 0. Yeah, my wisdom's my wisdom's flat.
Right, whilst you figure that out, Joe, you would notice that there's no tells of any eyes on you or any sort of trail or any follow. It's like it's almost like they care about what's in this area and
that's
nothing else.
Okay.
To the point where this orc, this orc is barely even looking the direction of you guys. He's kind of more focused towards the canyon and the camp itself.
Okay.
What do you see?
Still don't.
No. Do you see anyone?
No. From as far as I can tell, it's just the individual that
There's one in the tower.
Arison mentioned.
There's one in the tower.
Yes. Oh, there we go. It's working now.
So I'm gonna just be like, let's just stick close to the wall.
Move slowly.
So just start to push up this right hand side, staying close, nice and low, nice and slow.
Okay.
I'm going to stay at the back of the group.
Okay. Are you
No.
unable to do stuff,
Mhm.
right? Okay, I'm going to follow with your character. Okay, so you move up, you're sticking close to the walls, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get behind this little rock.
Mm-hmm.
Still good.
You kind of just hear like a... As the orc kind of spits down into the dusty sand, and you can just hear it hit the sand below.
Hit the sand our way? Is it looking our way?
No, kind of towards the tree trunk.
Okay.
Okay. I would like to just be like, get ready to do a bit of a quicker movement.
Okay.
And I would like to cast a cantrip, Druidcraft, and basically make a bird noise come from the back side of the tower,
Okay.
kind of in the sky. Further in, so that he kind of hears like a little.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is this a spell?
No, a cantrip.
Okay. So, how does that bird sound?
Right, I've got to move up a bit
So
more to
just
do
a
that.
heads up on timing.
Yeah, no.
So I'm going to keep moving up.
Oh my lord, he's gone into the crevice.
So point out where this noise comes from for me.
So I want to get it kind of over there.
Oh, that way, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to sneak behind this rock, obviously, so I can reach it though, but I can't get through that gap. So yeah, kind of, I want to push up into this section here, and then cast it so it goes over that side.
Okay, so that there.
Yeah.
And then cast it. Okay, what does this bird sound like?
Here we go.
And you just hear like a... Another one. And he's
Right,
pulling that
and
up.
then I'm gonna
You
start
hear it come
moving a bit quicker,
Like
still quite
loading you
stealthily.
can hear it kind of loading a crossbow. You can hear
Yeah. So push up right to the base of the tower, real
Guys following?
quiet. Like.
Yeah, I'm doing the same route. So.
Okay, at this point we're going to need a stealth check with advantage, everyone.
And then plus 10 to all your rolls.
Right,
So
okay,
that's
everyone.
Thank God for
27.
that. 15.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
What? That was with the
What was it?
advantage. You had the
Two
5.
nat ones. What is it?
Almost.
Oh,
2 2.
So you got the
Oh, we had
12.
10.
Yeah,
So
12.
12.
12, 15, 20, what?
Is that plus?
27,
Is that
you got.
plus?
27.
Plus
I got.
10 to 2.
Is that plus whatever stealth I've got? As
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
go ahead,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine would be even higher then.
Which is a
5, 9, 19.
13.
19.
Fuck me. With mine as well, that's 32.
So,
Fucking hell,
so you
Gordon's
guys keep
invisible.
creeping, and to a point where Gorn is so stealthed up right now, you start to think, where's Gorn gone? Until you turn around and go, oh, where is it? Like much like Corley creeping over your
Yeah, I'm just like.
Gorn's like right behind you. Okay. What's the plan?
Just gonna, do we deal with this guard?
I think so.
I'm gonna start to clap. You guys get your weapons ready.
If we,
Just gonna start
I mean-
climbing up slowly.
You start climbing up.
Climbing up.
I mean, I'm all for
I'm all for this.
going for it, but maybe this is not the best idea.
Okay.
So Arison's already gone.
Yeah.
Harrison starts to climb up. Roll me a dexterity.
It's good, boys. Yeah, I told you to have your weapons ready, really. Dex
6. That's a 6.
10.
10. Okay, so as you start climbing up, you kind of, because it's an old rickety structure, you just hear the kind of, you kind of hear it kind of like rocking and creaking, and with that, you kind of like look up to hear like where the creaking's coming from, and as you look up, you just see the big tusked face of an orc looking down
Okay.
at Harrison.
Instantly, I'm gonna change into a gorilla, silverback, and
Have you
grab his ass.
Have you got wild shape for this?
Yeah, because we had a short rest, so I'm
Okay.
both them back.
So you change to a gorilla and reach for him.
Yeah.
What's Saber doing?
I'm gonna cast Mage Hand and behind him and push the orc.
Over the push. And what is Scorn doing?
He's kind of, because where he's so stealthy, he's actually like slipped round, tried to move like around to like the far side of the tower.
So he slipped kind of under the back.
Yeah, and he's also in that kind of just had a quick glance around to see if there's any alarm systems that he can kind of put
Okay,
his
so
eye
he's
on.
looking around, turning into a gorilla.
It's a double hand. It's kind of on whatever his body's got over him,
Yeah.
and then kind of feet into the tower. And I'm just
Okay.
yanking us both off this fucking
And the
thing.
mage hand is pushing him, and Gorn is looking around desperately at any sort of alarm system. And that's where we're going to leave it tonight, fellas.
That was a good one. That was a
This is where
good
we're gonna
session.
leave it. So we'll pause there. Let me just turn Arison into
A silverback
a
gorilla.
silverback gorilla if we've got that.
You
I-
best have a gorilla.
Ladies and gents, if you like what you see, follow us on Instagram, DiceBoundUK. Go on
Like and
YouTube,
subscribe.
type in DiceBoundUK to obviously see our D&D sessions. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Tell your mates, tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your parents.
Don't tell your kids.
Yeah, maybe it's not PG.
It's not PG,
It's
yeah.
not a PG friendly adventure.
Yeah, just say we're constantly talking about killing people. Now we haven't got a gorilla, but we're gonna use a baboon as a sit-in until we can possibly.
There we
extend
go.
our people.
Next session.
There we go.
Right, so we need to roll our debt
Oh yeah.
D100
I'm glad I didn't
fella.
stop it.
Right.
So, taking our time, and we're gonna roll the big one first, and the little one after. And we'll go first. We'll go Arison, Saber,
Okay.
Gorn.
Imagine.
Actually, stop. We'll go lowest first,
Okay.
which is Gorn. What's that?
Oh no.
Wait, what is your
It's
number?
Not no.
What's your number?
He can
What
actually
number's
get it.
4?
4.
He's got to get above a 4.
I did this exact thing
He's got
last
to get
time.
above a
Get above
4.
a 4.
He's got a 0 so far.
Is that 100?
No,
Is
it's
that
100. That's 100.
Is that
It's
100?
100. It's 100.
Oh, you got 100.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's fine.
very lucky. Okay. Gorn rolls 100. He's safe. He's safe.
The fear that I just felt.
Who's next? Who's got
I'm
the next
shitting
number?
myself.
Who's
So,
got- What's your numbers, boys?
why would you not write a number? He's got lines.
Oh,
That's
no.
a tally. That's a
You
tally
gotta
right
change
there.
it. As soon as you count it, change it.
13.
13, what you got?
I've got 9. So
Okay,
I'll go next.
Harrison's first.
Oh
so,
god, that was close,
big
wasn't
number
it?
first.
That was fucking close.
65.
55, easy money, right, savers go. Oh, I thought we had another. A debt on 4 would have been crazy.
Instantly a 6-0.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you're
60.
fine. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you're safe. We're all safe this session.
Oh my god, that was a
fellows.
close call.
That was a close call. I didn't think we'd get a scare for Gorn for a long
Yeah,
while.
that would have been
No.
hilarious though.
Right,
No,
okay,
that was
fellas,
wild.
that is us wrapping it up. Thank you for another wonderful session.
Tune in
boys.
next time.
Thank you for a wonderful session.
Yeah, it was a good one. A great session.